Spider Queen Long with a 30-month sub, 34 months on a 30-month streak.
Jeez.
Pat, you are, it must be said, a Prime sub. Actually, it's not an Amazon Prime sub, I don't think. But yes, hello, bienvenue. That awkward moment you smell burnt hair, and if you're not sure if you remembered to put all of the heat guard on. All right, so today we are here for an adventure, and Casey joins us from the Zoom zone. Darren and Kai appearing as usual from the mortal plane of insert state here, because I'm not going to start doxing people. Wow, I almost said the actual state you live in. And Shin appearing as someone by the name of Leland Ander. We'll have to see how the stand-in does. But yes, last time on High Road, in this little series known as Ischydonian Nights, our heroes, after arriving in Ischydonia in the days prior and defeating several foes, found an ancient king with a Mikros line who was trying to restore his grandeur. However, he wound up rather splatted to a fine paste by one of his ancient undead giant ancestors. So, all's well that ends well, and the party is presently planning to stop in with the authorities, let them know that maybe there's a little something going on. They shouldn't let anyone in the mausoleum. And head on down the road. Now, the city of Xylaros stands at the end of their journey. However, just across the bridge in the large town of Groskevi, there is the site that hosted the spring games and also the summer games. There are some people gathering there to participate in some tourneys, and there are some strange happenings that have been reported, and they might check that out on their way over. So, I think that's the wrap up, unless I'm missing any. Oh, and we are left with an all important question. When they left after not engaging in grave robbing, like good boys and girls, we emerged to discover a toga clasp of giant's strength. And now the real question of the day is, we're gonna get that. So, I think, I think we return to our heroes. Um, we return to our heroes who are definitely on a map that exists somewhere, and it's gonna come to me any second.
Lee, while you're looking at that, I would like to see if maybe perhaps Tento could change to Bard, and this could be his instrument tier.
Oh my fucking! Could you do a brief performance for us? Yeah, so I think that's gonna put you at level 20 bard. So go ahead and
Yeah.
pick out your subclass.
Oh, it makes sillier noise, by the way.
Oh, folks, we've been used to the heartening of Lonnie's shamisen when riding across the hills of the land. It's really tied together many journeys here on High Road, and Lonnie, she really pushes on those journeys to greater success so often. But now I think it might be Tento here to upstage. Truly, I
I
am.
hate that just from the clues of Tento and I hate like just like for knowing that it's there and I knew exactly what instrument it was without looking at the camera.
Is this an instrument people know about? Is this a thing people do?
Picture you got me this for Christmas. Like, this is perfect. Thank you. Just what I wanted. So how'd that go? Level 20 board now? Heard. Yes.
Yeah. So, um, before you all left the scene, I believe it was your intent to check in with the local authorities. Although, do correct me if I'm wrong. You're presently out in a street in the dark of night, having emerged blood spattered.
Oh yeah, we should probably get back to the inn.
Indeed. So, I take it you abscond from this place overland, or do you attempt to make a squeaky drainage journey?
Are we really that bloody?
I mean, you guys got hit a little.
Fair enough.
So, it's not like noticeable. You're not like you're not like dripping all over the floor.
That's good to know. Yeah, let's just go back to the inn now and just maybe find a bath or two.
There's a bathhouse in the city. Of course, it's a fine Degorian city.
Is it open 24 hours?
Um,
What time is it right now?
it's pretty late. It's like past midnight.
Oh,
I
Yeah,
mean,
man,
you never know until you go, but you make it back to your inn without issue. And yeah, you were all together here at the Machine of No Name, just sort of largely in the corner. Boncho, wounded, takes a load off and decides to not be too vocal in the coming conversation. Just fatigued from the night's activities is all. He'll find his voice again soon. And Gloomy kind of gives a look as if though to say, why do we have to always be going through passageways that involve opposable thumbs or and drug use? And Lonnie, Tento, and Zion are gathered around. And yeah, you're here. You got some fine beds, and you also hear some fine. You don't actually hear it because it's not diegetic music. You just
You need music? I got you covered. Wait, give me a second.
Yeah, could you play some soothing night tunes, Darren? Just establish the ambiance.
Something
here.
low, yeah.
So
Isn't it
as you find yourselves back in the inn, what are you thinking after having been encountering such a deadly vampire creature of the night? She's just gonna have to.
In reality, we only faced one vampire, and in all honesty, it wasn't even that deadly.
Yeah.
It was just everything else around him was deadly.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we made out pretty well. I'm gonna ask Mr. Gabancho there to do his thingy and clean us, because that's all he's good for.
Wow. Toxic. All right, so
It's okay. He's not here. He doesn't know. It's okay to say when he's not here.
Yeah, well,
I like to think Gabancho would clean us.
so some precipitation gets cast about. You're mopped up after the encounter. You do feel the dragging, sagging of a long day on the road and then an eventful night of violence. Tugging at your eyelids.
Honestly, I don't think there's much else we could possibly do
Shin
tonight.
has joined.
Shin has joined the
We
match.
can't hear him.
Teams have been auto-balanced. No, not oh
Okay.
shit. Oh, Shin.
Wait,
Oh.
can you guys hear me or no?
Yeah,
we can
yeah,
hear
Now
you.
we can, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so since you weren't here earlier, let me do a little ditty. Look what.
Shin suddenly remembers he has a thing he's got to go to.
Yeah, so
Suddenly,
I cannot be associated with you guys anymore. I gotta go.
developed a mysterious condition called getting the fuck out of here.
That's something the Matrika got me for Christmas. I was like, this is perfect. I love it.
Matrika is a very good person. I'm sure God will overlook this sin. Mouse Parker, thank you for watering the Lee.
But I haven't ordered one before because I always looked at those like, that'd be fun. But I'm like, I really don't, I shouldn't buy it because I would mess around for like a couple of days and just not use it. So, it's perfect for a Christmas gift.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's much else for us to do at the moment. And unless someone else
Indeed.
wants to go explore the town.
The call of the bed comes to you. You did resolve between yourselves to head to the authorities before you left, although perhaps you will think better of it after a long night's sleep.
Why would we go to authorities? What was our reasoning for that?
Oh, no. We wrote it down last time. Maybe you guys don't think that anymore. I'm just reminding you. This is purely a reminder, not...
Do we really write that down? Why the fuck are we going to authorities?
Oh. So,
before asking around about aborted sightings. Okay, is that seek adventuring items? Oh, okay.
So...
Okay.
Yeah, so yes?
Didn't we want to go to the authorities to let someone know that this crypt has been messed with and has been damaged for the reasons we know we can't say?
Wouldn't it be better not to let them know about that shit and just leave it as it is? Because we don't want other people scrounging around in there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so
how do you know about the crypt being messed?
yeah,
Nice.
strangely, it
Here.
seems like some grave robbers have gone down and really fucked everything up. I have no idea. I tripped and fell down a flight of stairs and then rolled through a ghost barrier.
We were
Bumped-
investigating.
I bumped my head on the table and some drugs fell in my mouth, and then as I was trying to pull my pants back on, I knocked the sarcophagus lid off of the undead child.
Yeah, see? Yeah, yeah, you're right.
Perfect
Let's
accident,
go.
I assure
Yeah,
you.
let's go. You're right, Lee. Let's do this.
I mean,
But yeah, we're not going to the authorities.
Mhm.
But we should look for what we already done again. Seek healing items and other things. What the fuck? Monetize it. Oh.
The physical dice, the Bluetooth dice.
Mm-hmm.
So in character, like, you guys have just gotten back from meeting an undead king and then making him regular dead. Is that just like you say or do or think anything about that, or you guys to bed and we give you the long rest and we move forward?
Do we want an in-character conversation about? Thanks for writing me up, upping me right,
Uppies?
putting me upright.
Mhm.
Do you want to have an in-game conversation about these whatchamacallit, this amulet?
Indeed, you do have a certain class.
The not Witcher amulet.
Indeed.
Well, I personally think it should definitely go to Zion. Since people already assume that it's very strong, might as well make it very strong. And I'm being honest with you, if I did have something like that, can you imagine the amount of chaos it could cause?
Probably should. Oh, wait, actually, did I ask? I can't remember what the answer was. With a 21 strength, could someone pick up Zion?
I mean,
Because
Pick-
before we've been like, oh, it's impossible to pick it up, but
It,
could
it
we
was like
with the 21
500 because it was like 500 pounds or something like that. It's a heavy being.
yeah, I think that with the 21 strength, that could be a hoist within reason.
I want to see Tento pick up Zion.
I just went over the fact that it would cause a lot of chaos with 21 strength, and you know what? This is part of the chaos. I'm glad you agree. But no, I'm good. Zion can have it. I'm pretty sure it still has an open slot.
I think Zion gets an extra slot soon.
Hmm.
Do you not have an open one right now?
I do.
I do.
Oh, okay. No one cares.
Oh, I don't know.
You don't want Spider Boy to be strong. What's the point of
Yeah, you
that?
do.
No, you don't. No, we don't.
Imagine Zion on a ceiling.
Well, are you just gonna hold him by his like Hold it by its like arms, like a
See, you
child.
see those like pauldrons, those like little nifty hand that might crush my fingers a few times, but like
I was like, you mean
just
those
hold it upside
pauldrons
down,
that-
like hold
those
Zion dangling
pauldrons?
feet.
Dangling by his feet.
Yeah, I mean, you have the capacity to lift Zion at 21 strength. I'm not saying you can like carry it long distances, but you could give it a hoist, give it a hop. That's physics. I mean,
My vote is still Zion. Zion can grab it. It probably will use it more than it'll probably use that strength more than anyone here. So
Well,
I
my
have
vote's
no
Kabancha, so
preferences.
I tiebreaker Lonnie or Lumi.
Lumi kind of like sticks out her tongue and rolls over on the floor, kind of ready to rest.
Is that you quoting Tento, or is that you also shared opinion?
I think that's Lonnie. Lonnie saying I think Zion will get the most use out of it.
yeah.
Okay.
So I guess it's decided because they put quotes in its in character. I'm assuming that's what you mean by that. Okay.
So the next question is: does Zion infuse everything into itself? Because like you infuse your armor. Sorry, infuse is probably the bad word because that's another game terminology. You meld your armor into you. Can you also
Does-
meld magic items into you?
Does Zion just eat it? Does it just like throw it into its like? Wait,
Mm,
do you have a mouth?
No.
Oh, okay.
I can just wear it.
Yeah, like a normal person.
But Zion's not a normal person.
Wow.
In this, like
I think even in this world, Zion's not a normal person.
Look, you meat puppet. All right,
Zion
Zion is
has
just
proven time
Zion
and
is
time
just as
that
much a
he is
person
not
as you
normal.
are. All right, and you're hardly a person either.
Okay. All right, I'm done. We can move on now.
So
Zion gets to
Zion,
drink it.
yeah, I don't know what your attunement situation is, but you get it, and you'll be able to attune over this long rest. So, where do you put it? It's like a clasp, but then it like hold a toga in place. You just like clip it to one of your like plates of armor.
Oh, it's a clasp. I thought it was an amulet. That's my bad.
No, yeah, it's
Uh,
clasp.
Can
I mean,
you
it's
clip it between your like your eyes? Wait, how does your token
What?
look again?
why would I do that?
To make it look like a nose ring?
What?
Mm, No.
No, okay. You could clip
I
it.
need Zion with a septum piercing. God.
You could put it. You could put it on your belly. Say it's a belly ring.
Yeah.
Is it considered piercing? It isn't just more part of Zion. It's just more Zion.
I mean, it's not gonna pierce it, but like it's a still clasp. So I mean, it's gonna stick on there.
I'll just clip it on the belt somewhere.
It's so fine.
Is it a belt buckle now? Do I also rub it?
Yeah, I mean, you want to give him luck, right? So, y'all are here. You spend the night. A long rest later, it is the morning. The crowing of the kips comes through, and you are greeted by day.
Oh.
I already did my long rest. Yeah, I already did my long rest, but I just did it in text. Okay.
In the morning, you guys will see Cabancho in the corner of whatever room we're in, brewing some more quickening and fortifying potions. He's also
you?
gonna preemptively hand one to Tento. So you have it. Is
Like
this potion
preemptively,
bad?
like right when I wake up, you're like, here you go. Oh,
Yeah, drink this when we are fighting a bunch of undead. It will help you stay on your feet. Most likely.
if I drink this and I'm resistant to cold, if I drink this, do I become immune to cold?
No, resistance does not stack like that.
Okay,
you
I
choose the
just want to make sure.
Well, I'm also making the necrotic version, so
Okay,
you don't get
I
a
just-
choice when
I just-
drinking.
Oh, okay, so gotcha. I was just curious if that's how that works. All right, I guess we should go out and buy some supplies for the travels. How much gold do we have?
That's a good question.
According to my inventory, I have 248 gold.
Sheesh. I got a solid 95.
Zion, how much do you have?
How much pocket change do
No.
you have as you pull like hundreds of coins out of the bag of holding?
727.
All right, sounds good. Lonnie, how much gold do you have? I think Lonnie might be broke actually. Oh, 200. That's more than I thought, to be honest. Actually, how do you have that much? Oh, that's annoying. All right, well, let's see. Let's whatchamacallit, the bazaar, the town square. Let's go buy things.
Yeah, let's get more supplies.
What do we have? What do we have for healing right now? I have a healer's kit.
I have 2 quickening potions, which is like healing plus lesser restoration. Well, that's it. That's all I have.
I have 3 smelling salts.
I also have leftover good berries, which are not good anymore. They're just berries.
I mean maggots.
They're not maggots. They're more clean.
Maggots are very clean creatures. All they eat are dead things.
Shit, I didn't have my mic on. You hit the streets, you hit the merchant stalls. All manner of things are available here to you. And there's, keeping in the street. There are some horses drawing carriages. And there's people calling, cabbages here. Fresh produce. And various, people going about their business, waving food and fruit in your face. What are you looking to shop for? Where are you? What kind of store are you looking for? What sort of adventurer's emporium dost thou seekest?
Do you think that cabbage guy has insurance on his cart? I feel like it might get destroyed often.
Perhaps.
Do cabbages exist in this world? Has Cabbage Man transcended to a different produce?
There are beetles, grasshoppers, and larvas. Oh well, that's not pleasant at all. Why do you keep that stuff around? Why does it do that?
I find it, okay?
What?
Don't carry it around. It's cruel.
Okay, sure, whatever. First,
I'm assuming we have our cart parked somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like to look for some. How much rope do I have? I think I have like 20 feet of rope. Can I get some more rope?
There's rope. There's always more rope.
Good. I
pull out some 60 feet of silk rope. I'm like, I have this. Just maybe a little frayed at the older end.
I don't want your rope. I want my own rope.
So you come into a store with some warped yellow-green boards, and the person behind the counter, a woman in white and red, says, "Oh, we've got all sorts of equipment here. You're going to go spelunking. We have all sorts of climbing equipments and ropes and pythons." And you find yourself in her establishment. He upsells you on the various goods to be had.
I would like some rope. And do you happen to have any oil?
Oh, indeed. And she says, lamp oil?
No, that'll work.
And she leans in and says, "Tell me, you seem like an adventurous sort. Are you looking for perhaps some construction equipment as well?"
What does she mean by construction?
What do you want to ask her?
Yeah, it is like, what do you mean by construction?
Well, between you and me, my shop has
Oh.
3 specialties: rope, lamp oil, and bombs.
Ooh. Now you're okay. Sure.
And
I feel like that's not really
let's talk about
construction.
those. Kabasha, she's not talking to you. Please tell me more about these bombs. These construction tools that you have.
she says, "Oh, of course. Well, just join me in the back here." And she shows you that she has a red powder stick for sale.
Ooh.
A single red powder stick, or just like
Well, she
I
only
don't know,
powder
she-
sticks.
She only shows you one.
How much for that one? How much for the construction tool?
And she says, "I did take considerable risk to import it from out of the province, so I would say about 35 gold pieces."
I'm sorry, how much?
35.
I didn't actually hear. Oh, 35?
Mm.
Hmm. Yeah, for what?
And she says, "Well, you are a valued customer, so for 40, I'll give you 2.
Ooh, perfect.
And she whips out another one from behind a box of potatoes, and suddenly you have 2 powder sticks, and she has 40 gold. And she also has all the rope and such that you could want, hemp, silk, or otherwise, for sale at standard rates.
What is standard rates for ropes?
It's, I assure you, public information and cheap enough you don't give a shit. I will
Okay.
I will look it up right now, but like 50 feet of hemp
like
rope is
couple copper?
1 GP.
Oh, okay. So how much was
a
the
little
2
more than I
sticks
was
again?
expecting.
50? 40?
40.
40? So 2, 8. I'll buy. How much feet of rope did you say was standard?
It's
50?
it's 50 feet to 1 gold piece. If you want hemp rope, if you want silk rope, you'll have to pay more.
I'll take the hemp rope. And how much for the lamp oil?
Ah, how much indeed for the lamp oil? So you just want like a flask of oil, right?
I want several flasks of oil.
Well, it's 1 silver per
Have a
flask.
lantern?
I'll take 5 flasks.
All right, so 5 silver.
Oh, 1 silver. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Do you
okay.
even have a lantern to use this lamp oil with?
Yeah, lantern.
He's got a lantern, you know what I mean?
The
The same way he's got a cousin over in Arthagoras who can get you a problem solver for all your various problems you've been encountering. You know, a lamp. In fact, he's a very esoteric individual. Sometimes you see someone who doesn't like it, he thinks of them as a lamp. Maybe some straw, a lamp. Really, what is a lamp but something you put the oil on and then light on fire?
I like to think that's what Kabajo asked. Then I was like, "You even have a lamp?" Yeah, several lamps.
I feel like
Plenty of
red
lamps.
powder sticks are very counterproductive for construction.
Why would you say that?
It doesn't build anything. It does the opposite.
It's all part of the blasting process. Those are the way.
She gets it. Thank you, my lady, for all the
Of
supplies.
course, do come by when next you're in town.
I'm gonna tip her 2 more gold for her kind services.
She
For
appreciates
putting
it.
up.
She appreciates it greatly, and says, "Oh, you're going to see the games in Groskevi?
Yes, we are.
Oh, I hear there's quite a bit of action going on out there. In fact, I hear that not just archers are showing up, but all sorts of people. It's quite interesting. I'm sure you'll have a lovely time. You know, my cousin has a meat stand over there.
Ooh.
Yes,
Noted.
well, all sorts of things actually. Yes, ask for Maria. She's got the big stand. She's making the gyros. You can't miss her.
I don't think I've ever had. Oh no, I've had gyro before. Delicious. All right, thank you.
Can you get the stuff to make a red powder stick? Do you mean?
No, like the stats. Sorry, I meant stats because
Oh,
I don't,
yeah.
I don't remember what the stats were.
Oh, good. I'll look it up. But yeah, in the meantime, yeah. So I assume, is there any other places you want to hit in town or things you like to do? There are people moving around. Some of them are headed to the southwest. Maybe they're going to Groskavi. Who knows?
Can I get to a medicine shop or an apothecary? Also, as we leave, I'm like, Tento, you're so weird. You always buy like the most abnormal things.
Yep, and that's how I get the edge on some people.
Yeah, you're walking by
don't
and
think
you,
about some
you
things.
do see an apothecary and articulates and says, hello, come in. In some time since I've had an Anorak customer. Tell me, what can I do for you?
I was looking to see if you had a supply of healer's kits and smelling salts. Maybe ideally some healing potions.
Oh, well. I do have a few, although I confess I'm a little low on stock. You see, there was a melee before the games, so the authorities did stock up. Well, she
I'm
pulls
sure you have
out
a few extra stashed away for a rainy day.
Oh, well. She pulls out 2 healing potions, potions of healing.
Which kind? The basics?
Potion of healing, I will... Because I have often improvised with these items, I will give you the precise... Yeah, it's the 2d4 plus 2.
Okay.
It's 2d4 plus 2. And she has the salts available for like 2 silver a pop. And she has... What's the other thing you wanted?
Healer's kit.
She has healer's kits for list price. And she's offering... She's offering the potions of healing for 50 GP apiece, because as she says, I'm afraid they're at quite a premium at the moment. Lonnie also obtained some rope at the prior store. She's also offered lamp oil and bombs. You know, I don't know if those are things
just for the small people, That's, if we're a Kabasha, she's like, you can have lamp oil.
You get nothing.
50 feet of rope was 1 GP.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or hemp rope or something.
You want to buy some Teichstahl? All right, yeah.
Find
So-
that here.
Yeah, well, you can, although the question is the grade. So, you guys go walking around. Kaban Show concludes his business with the apothecary, I believe.
So, real quick,
Mm-hmm.
how much is it for? You said 2 silver for smelling salts. How much is it for healer's kit? I don't know the base price.
For a healer's kit, she would ask thou, but a pittance at a mere 5 gold pieces. Zion, you ask around the blacksmiths, and they tell you that there is one warehouse near the river where you would be able to buy Teichstahl directly. Yeah. You see that there are some hoplites outside. They nod and say, "Oh, who goes there?"
Just a wandering scholar.
Oh, well-armored scholar. I guess they like to ask the hard questions. They chuckle to each other. Ho, ho, ho. Well, are you here to do business?
Yes, I was told I could find some Teichstahl here.
Oh, yes. We'll get Falk. Call for him. Yeah, Falk. What is it? A wandering scholar's here. Wants to buy some Teichstahl. Falk walks out. It's like a 2-story looking like warehouse in the Mediterranean. looped little style of the wall. It's right by the river, and you can see lots of small craftsmen by. Farks just screws up his nose, looks you up and down, and says, you look like you might be one of those, Eldritch Knight types, huh?
No.
Oh, maybe you're an alchemist, huh?
You could say that, yes.
Yeah, alright, well, I won't pry into your business. Now then, you want Teichstyle, huh?
Indeed.
Well, you're talking about, like, you want, like, a bar of it, you want a crate of it, you want several crates. Are we going to have to handle shipping as well, or do you have your own vehicle? You
How
know,
much Tysol does he have?
I want a few bars of it.
a few bars, well, he thinks. And he says, few bars. Well, there's a question of purity. Of course, I have only the strongest Teichstahl on offer, but I know a guy who has a more discount rate, if you see what I'm saying. A little more on the iron side. But no, we use a very strong alloy here. So, not to mean to pry, but are you looking to put this in a sword of some sort? You want to put some real heavy magic in it? It's supposed to stand up to some abuse?
Yeah, I'm looking to put some magic in.
Alright. Some heavy magic. Well. No. Yeah. Yeah, I have some very high quality bars. I think I could pot with them. No, normally I would charge someone 200 gold for a bar, but looking to buy in bulk, I'll sell you 6 for 450. What do you say?
Deal.
All right, boys. Get our wandering scholar here, their bars. And oh, all right, fuck. And yeah, they come out. They actually have you come inside because they don't want to necessarily be handling the goods in plain view. It's a nice tall. There's no second story. Like there's big open rafters. Warehouse with crates stacked very tall. They even have a small crane and a cutout roof entrance that they can use to load river boats straight from the warehouse. And they take you back, pop open a crate, and Fark moves aside some packing potatoes and pulls out 6 bars of Teichstahl. They appear to glisten a deep blue hue. It
Sorry,
definitely seems like a high quality of Teichstahl. Yes.
did you call them packing potatoes?
No. I mean literally. There's like a crate with an insulated layer of potato around it, such that if somebody came trying to steal the Teichstahl, they'd open a crate and think it was full of potatoes.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like.
The packing
The
peanuts, and I was
little
calling them
peanuts.
packing potatoes.
I was like, wait a second, Lee. I don't think that exists in the store, does it?
Yeah, I don't
pretty good.
think the petroleum industry has given us packing peanuts yet. In
I mean, glitter exists, so
anything.
I feel like
Oh.
packing peanuts is on the same level of annoying.
Inspect each bar
Hey,
closely.
give me an Arcana. I would praise them. Each bar looks
God
like it
damn.
is in fact of fine quality. It looks like they have a lot of Teichstein in them, and like the Teichstein is of a high grade ore. So is that, and it seems like it's been reinforced to a good degree. There's nothing to suggest that any corners were cut in the alloying process of the bloomery. So it doesn't look. It looks like it's gonna, if anything, be slightly above average to most Teichstahl.
Okay.
And certainly better Teichstein than you'd put on, say, like a grave tablet.
All right. Then I'll hand them the gold.
How much did you pay for this again?
450 for 6 bars.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not bad.
Yeah,
That was
so
really
they
good.
bag up the gold and they say, "A pleasure doing business with us. Your
It was
name
200
was
for the bar.
Zion.
Zion. A pleasure to meet you. I'm Fark. Yeah, pleasure to meet you. You come around here and did the Moros again. You ever looking for a little something? You let me know. And we do obviously." He gesticulates around to the vast towers of crates around you. Bulk orders. So if you're ever looking to do a little business, we get right out to the
Indeed.
get out to the coast. We could ship to the coast. We could ship anywhere on the Slim Sea. Put it on a boat going wherever.
All right. Thank you, fuck. I will keep that in mind.
And how about this? It's a Fark with an RK.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, Fark. See. So yeah. You conclude your business. Covered by anyone in the show. Gento, you could probably find them. You don't necessarily know them by name, but you could go around the more questionable parts of the city and sort of ask around. You want to keep your ear low to the ground, Tento?
Yeah.
Yeah, you find
There's some questions.
there's like a raised street where like it's 1Z level up, and on the walk around, you can't see this building, but there's a cutout that would almost go out onto the lower street, and there's a den with a purple light coming from it, and a woman in a short toga drawing drags from a pipe is outside, and there's a sign. It doesn't have a name on it. It just has the symbol of like a glass tube with a bulb at the end, and it gives you it's sort of a faint pulsing purple light coming from it. And she exhales her smoke, and you can tell she's appraising you in the way that a pickpocket does, but trying to keep a casual regard to it all. And she says, "Come, stranger."
This looks like what I need.
This
okay.
this is the river house. Come, come. And she gesticulates, and inside you find cushions, pipes, and sponges. People are actually mostly paying to get these green, seafoamy green sponges. They then they spread with salt and soak in wine, and they suck. And the irises on the people in this establishment are like massive UFO saucers.
Okay.
And the person behind the counter looks you up and down and says, "Business or pleasure?"
Business. Definitely
Oh,
business.
I suspected as much. I dare say you have the air about you, although you're of course a very discreet man, I'm sure. So, welcome to our establishment. Do be so kind as to keep your weapons in their sheaths and head down that hallway there. I believe you're here for the wine sampling, yes? Of course, I'll put you down as such in my ledger. And there are several ushers and guys and gals carrying around platters of various things, and one of them gesticulates you towards the wine sampling room.
Ooh.
Indeed. So you go to the wine sampling room, and there's an elf in here. He doesn't look at you when you come in, but he says, "Hello."
Hello.
And he says, "I take it you're here about business, or my man would not have let you in."
Business I am here for, yes.
Excellent. He looks over and says, "Oh my, Tento. Tento of the Shade of the Mountain?
Yes, that's me.
How well your reputation precedes you. Was a thief of your caliber doing in my neck of the woods?"
Oh, just trying to pick up some information on some things that have been happening around here.
"Oh, well, information is a lovely thing to share between friends. And of course I am in the business of information. So I suppose it would depend on what you'd like to know, and then I can let you know the price."
So it's about the vampires around here.
Ah, the vampires. Well, that's not going to be cheap.
Mm-hmm.
There's quite a bit going on. And, God, I wish this was Roll20 because I could drop an elf token down so easily. So, anything more in particular you want to know about these vampires, or should I assume you're here for general information?
The one named Abrota is what I'm really looking for.
Thinks about it, he mows his lip. He says, Abrota, Abrota. Now, I don't know that I'm familiar with Abrota, but if I were familiar with Abrota, I think she'd be the sort of person who doesn't like people knowing about her activity. I'd say very few people would probably even know she was, well, around, shall we say.
Then they're just gonna raise their eyebrows. Like, are you one of those people that happen to maybe know that she's around?
He scratches his chin and now looks at you and says, well, I suppose that would depend on how heavy my pockets were feeling.
I'm gonna go and throw this man's 50 gold.
Mm.
This little baggie of 50 gold.
Well, I can tell you this. The rumor is that she's still around. Obviously not alive, but I take it that you are familiar with her condition, given that you know enough to ask, yes?
Yes.
So, the situation is this. So there have been several sightings of the various vampiric organizations, and it seems like there's enough smoke to confirm there's at least some form of fire. So we know that she's around, or at least someone claiming to be a Barota and cutting the image and convincing people that a Barota is around. As for serious confirmation, well, I think the information gets very expensive at this point, but there's always other ways to pay. Tell me, would you be willing to maybe answer a question for me? A friendly question? Between friends in the shadows. Yeah.
That was the question, isn't it? How's the mermaid experience?
Wait, are you talking?
I am now.
No. I see Darren's face moving, but I'm not hearing him.
Oh, sorry.
I thought he was.
No, I was like, depends on the question and how good of friends we are.
Yes. Well, yes. I suppose how good of friends we are would depend on the caliber of your answer, but he leans in, he's counting money on his table, and he says, let's just say that you've perhaps recently been to a certain prison. A certain Aurorai prison. Full of certain prisoners. And maybe you saw a certain coffin there with certain wards. If you could confirm that for me, that would be worth quite a bit. And furthermore, if you could tell me what happened the last you saw that sarcophagus in the Brass Eye Citadel, perhaps I could. He plays with the coin between his fingers, flitting it around. Perhaps I could tell you a little bit more about Acovaris.
You know, funny thing is, I wasn't even there when the coffin was open.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, it was just already opened before I got there.
I see. Do you know by whom?
No. The last thing I remember was just coffin being open, and I think a Broto was there too.
Ah. Did you perhaps say anything to her? Did you know her by sight and legend? Did you identify? Did she identify herself to you?
I think she charmed me. Sorry, go on.
She would be a vampire of fine vintage by now, if it is in fact her.
I think I was charmed, and I think she made me take off a mask she was wearing.
Oh, do you happen to remember what that mask looked like?
No, it kind of like burned my hand. I threw it against the wall and it broke.
Interesting. He makes a note in his ledger. He's just writing down numbers, no words, as far as you can tell. He says, "Very good. Well then, yes, Obrota Acaleris. I can tell you that she's been through. You've missed her. Last I heard, she was in Xylaros. It looks like she's cutting a path south and west. She's probably stopping by any significant Ischydonian ruins associated with a certain era. I could clue you in on the location of one of those very nearby she might have visited. For a fee."
Yeah. Dude, he throws some let's say 50 more gold. Just toss it out there.
He crabs and he says, he hops up and down. This feels about half a location's worth. Take my meaning.
I'll give you 25 more.
It sounds like about 75% of a location.
You son of a bitch. I thought we were friends.
Oh, we are friends. I'd charge 400 if some guardsman came trying to buy this information.
Jesus, you have guardsmen asking for that kind of stuff?
It's confidential.
Of course it is.
I am a professional after all. All right, so do you give him the final 25 or are you holding firm?
And the whole firm's like, look, I already spent a lot, man.
You have been quite generous. Well. Tento the Master Thief. Here I was expecting to be a slightly bigger spender, but I understand that you have an altruistic bent, so can't be helped, really. It can't be helped. Think of all of the people in need of charity in this. Well, yes. So, I can tell you that Groskevi, a nearby town, was once overlooked by a summer palace of an ancient ruler. This summer palace was sealed and fell into the earth over the ages. For a time, it was considered a cursed place where no one would tread. Now the local goat herders won't even graze on the hill. But, oh well. There is another rumor I've heard. Perhaps you've heard a rumor as well.
Are there any rumors?
I mean, you know a few things. You could claim they were rumors.
Well, the thing is, I don't remember the things I should know.
You know that there were vampires in the undercroft of the temple and that you took them out.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, no. What do those rumors that you heard entail exactly?
They might entail the site I am describing to the west of town. To the west of Groskevi in a straight line as the sun flies.
What does that do with vampires?
Oh, I think you'll find it as quite biased, but it is just a rumor.
And if I were to confirm said rumors,
He shrugs. And he says, well, if you went, you would confirm the rumors for me now, couldn't you?
sounds like a plan.
So, alright. You wound me with your implications of my minors, listeners. I suppose I'll let this slip. There are rumors that more warriors than usual have come to the summer games, and that some of them are not so interested in the games as with certain gatherings at night to the west. Some are very ambitious types, mercenaries, warriors, the like. I wonder what they're doing out there when the games are under the light of the sun. Hey, curious. Do let me know if you find anything.
Yeah, I will. Then before Tento leaves, like, out of curiosity, what are your opinions about Brota and why she's stirring all this up?
Oh, I am a man who deals in information, not speculation. But if I had my guess, well, take it from someone who was a few centuries old when you were born. The longer one lives, the more removed their perspective comes. I suspect her objectives are beyond any petty, immediate mortal concern. The way that these vampires of only a few centuries' existence are. I suspect she has her sights set somewhere higher. Higher indeed.
Thank you for the wine sampling.
Of course. Earthy as all.
All right, now we're well.
Yeah. Meanwhile, everybody's done
Where the fuck-
shopping and they're like, hey, where's Tento?
Actually, I wanted to see if I could haggle to lower the price.
Alright, alright. What's your argument here? What do you say to her?
Um, can we? How about we do 2 potions, 4 smelling salts, and 1 healer's kit? And I offered 95 gold, but to help ease your costs, I pull out the pendant that we received.
Mm-hmm.
And say maybe I can put in a good word so that the guards don't take as much from you next time.
Her eyes light up and she says, a good word would be fine. I don't mind selling to the guards, but I would like for the standard rate to go up a bit. So, yes, yes. And, give me a persuasion with advantage.
Ones, double ones.
Oh,
Yeah,
iron.
it works. And, she hands it over for you for the price you prefer.
That is
I
all
miss-
my gold.
I like to assume that Tento comes back while Kabacho's doing this. He's just right next to Zion, and Lonnie's like, "Okay, hey guys, what's up? What'd I miss? Where's what's his face?
I just closed the page. Oh. So you said the 2 of the 2d4 plus 2 healing potions.
Mm-hmm.
And was smelling salt a standard thing? No, it's not. I'll just add those in.
There's 2. Oh hey, the spider looking one, and I suppose where the metal face looking one went too. I thought whatever Zion would do, he'd be done with his business.
There's 2 faces missing. Which one? Indeed.
Well, there's a spider one. No, where's the metal one?
Yeah, so Zion wanders back from the report by now, and you guys have
Is it?
the horses and cart all stabled, and you can withdraw them at your leisure.
Honestly, I like to imagine Zion just like carrying a box of fucking metal bars. But I guess he.
Nah,
guess
it's
it
in
took the
bag of
horse?
holding.
Oh, so fun.
Kibanja's gonna pass a smelling salt to everyone, and pass one of the potions of healing to Zion.
Mm.
I already have like 3 of these things. I don't need one.
Okay, well I'll keep 2. Okay. I
Hey Zion, how many
Zion,
do
would
you
you like-
have?
Do you
I
also have a
will-
bunch of these?
Accept your kindness.
All right. Well, I'll give you 2 smelling salts and a standard healing potion, so that you can pick us up when we inevitably go down.
I would just like to point out that Zon just accepts it. It could very much so have 3 spelling slots too. You just
Mhm.
give it more. I think you're the ones that gave us these spelling slots too.
Did I?
Maybe.
Have I bought you guys healing stuff already?
All right. Everyone got the supplies they wanted. Did you even buy anything? Oh wait, that's right. You bought
Rope.
rope. You bought rope. Okay.
Indeed. So everybody rather well equipped. Do you find your way to the cart now?
Lee, did you want me to write down the name of the shop, or do we want to hand wave it?
I mean, it's Ayela's Apothecary, if you'd care to.
How do you spell ALO?
Ayella.
Alright.
Hoopington.
Yeah, Hoofing. You hop aboard your trusty steed. I wish I had a. There's got to be a module for handling mounts better in this system. Anyway, yeah. So you hop aboard. I try to select my Spider-Man to be on top of the cart. And,
Oh, when I put it on top, is it not on top? Because on my screen,
it is for you.
That's actually Complexo trying to steer the thing at the moment as it's wiggling all about.
So here you
I
are.
was just trying to put myself in the middle.
Yeah, so here you are. You load into the cart. Lion Lumi do anyway. Zion, the machine with no name. Axles well greased are prepared to walk. And it was upon Hoofington. So the day has just begun, and you are ready to slide out onto the roads, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well. So, you make your way out of town. Song goes way too hard.
Make your way downtown, walking fast. That's when the break comes.
So, you make your way down the road and across the bridge. On the world map, you're going 2 hexes. Does anybody want to give me a cart license, perhaps an instrumental roll?
We said it was dexterity.
Right.
Yeah.
Mal's allowed to do the instrument one.
What instrument do you have?
This.
Oh my god.
Oh, don't you know? Tento turned to level 20 bard at the beginning of the show because I gave such a great performance with this thing. Its mouth opens too. But but I also have a ocarina on me too, or ocarina.
I don't know. I just gave myself proficiency temporarily. I don't have anything set up for cart license. Sorry, wagon license.
Are they different things?
All right.
No. Yes, I got this.
You
this
bite a
performance,
berry
right?
and you're like, wow, this is not a good berry. And you decide, fuck this survival shit.
Oh,
for the
that's
day.
charisma. The music. I haven't even rolled my music yet.
Hey, give us that.
All right.
You've picked up a reed and you're trying to blow on it, and it's not going well. Meanwhile, Zion keeps its eyes
Hey.
peeled, and Kabancho drives pretty fast along the open roads. You arrive shortly. Yeah, it is distracting. The town of Groskevi.
Okay.
You see there's a big open, off the main road, there's this big town, large for a town. It has two towers and its shrine seems to be built to be a small temple. And you see various houses here. It looks as if though the world has been built in a crude M.C. Escher-esque idea of perspective. Perhaps within about 15 minutes. It'll do, though. It'll do. The people mill about, and you do see a gyro stand. As there's fields to the south that a lot of people are setting up on.
Well, I could use a snack. Tender's gonna go to the Euro stand.
Mm-hmm. And
I think she said Maria, right?
Yep. You go and say hello to Maria.
Hello.
Oh
And
shit!
she said that it was her
It's,
sister or cousin?
cousin.
Cousin. Hello, are you Maria?
I am. Hello. Hello.
Hi,
How do you know
I
my
was-
name?
I was sent her by your cousin. She said you make the best gyros.
Oh,
I'm
wonderful.
quite hungry.
Yes. And she's like, well, just you wait. Only 5 silver. And she got some lamb, she got some beef, tomato, onion, and she takes out a little bit of what looks to be like a yogurty sauce. She puts on a nice pita bread, rolls it over for you, and serves it right up. It's nice and freshly heated.
How much is one again? You said 5?
5 silver.
I'll take 3.
All right, so a gold and a half later, you have 3 gyros, heroes, gyros, Pyros, the dragon. And she says, "Oh, thank you. For you and your friends, wonderful. Well, yes.
No, this is all for me.
Oh, well, you must have quite the stomach, but I'm sure it'll be wonderful." Yeah, Kabancho very impressively drives in and be like, "Whoa!"
You make a wagon license button.
Yep, I made a wagon license button.
You note that there is a field where lots of archers seem to have been gathered and are practicing. You hear people saying, "Wow, holy shit," and someone else says, "What's that?" And someone says, "He must be using magic." As there's some shooting at the range.
Tento's gonna walk up to the roof, and it's like his Mavis was like, "What do you think they're doing?"
Tento, when did you leave and when did you pick this up? How
What?
we're gone for like 5 seconds. What the heck happened?
I found food.
Dang, you eat a lot. Okay.
He's like half through the second one. These things are delicious. She was right. So what do you think they're talking about?
I don't know. Someone said magic. Someone said practice. We should probably. What do we do first?
That's my last one. Go away.
You see someone throw something into the air. It seems to be slats of wood. 3 shots pierce, and then a green flame envelops one of the last one and slams it so hard it cracks in half. And someone yells, "Hey, that's cheating! You're using magic!" And a familiar voice says, "It's not fucking magic, all right? It's called bow dancing. It's not my fault you're an illiterate Ischydonian who can't appreciate the fine martial culture of my people. And someone says, it's disqualified if it glows green. Shoot like the rest of us. Ah, fuck you, alright? I'm here to mop up this prize money and teach you how to shoot. Bardiga says, going for an extra quiver.
Hey, do you think that's our idiot causing trouble?
What do you mean, idiot cousin?
Or no, our idiot. Is it our idiot causing trouble?
Oh, causing trouble.
Yeah.
I don't know. Our idiot's right here with us.
Hey, don't talk to Zion like that. It's sensitive.
Zion is literally smarter than all of us put together.
He's talking about you.
Oh, okay.
Tenta, for someone who talks a lot,
It's a
doesn't
drunk one.
don't quite
drunk
understand
one.
like social cues.
Yeah. No, Bardigo's been good. He's been sober. He's Tinto's gonna give Lonnie the gyro because he feels bad.
But yeah, let's check out Fitzbartiga and see what he's doing here.
Yeah, you walk over and you see there's quite a few in the crowd, and yeah, you do and see the charming hobgoblin with the bridge piercing, all scarred up with his furs, a little dressed down, giving the Ischydonian heat, and he says, "Well, I thought I might see you in Iskydonia."
Bardigo, why are you here?
He's like, "Oh, how'd you know? The summer games are an archery contest in Iskydonia. And I mean, do you know a better archer? Come on!" He gesticulates at several targets he has shot apart.
Oh, shooting things. I want to shoot things too.
And do you pull out the dwarven divine discharger?
No, those are bullets. I'm definitely not wasting a bullet on that. I only have so many left.
Yeah.
I have 6 left. I have 6
Oh
shots left.
shit! I guess we have been going through them a lot.
Yes.
Ooh. Oh, sorry. When I say we, I mean you.
Yes. No, Tinto's gonna kill. Does anyone have a bow I could borrow?
Don't you have a crossbow? Does that count?
I don't think they're using. You guys aren't using crossbows for this, right? No, you're using regular bows, right?
And
It's kind of pointless to use a crossbow. I mean,
That's not
I
quite
thought
true.
part of this was supposed to be like how far you can like actually like pull the string and stuff like
someone
that.
says, "Oh, it's a marksmanship contest, so we have different categories. You have the throwing axes, you have the throwing javelins, you have the throwing spears, that's the long javelins, and you have the throwing knives, or as I call them, the short javelins. And then there's a
like this
crossbow
guy.
shooting too. But the big event that pulls in everyone is the archery. No magic," he says, shaking his finger at all of you.
I'm pretty safe from that. Do I even have a bow on me? Barty, let me borrow your bow.
Bardiga says,
Oh,
I
yeah,
I mean, I've seen what happens to your little menagerie of borrowed weapons. Look at that sack, man. You could arm a small militia. Come on.
Yeah, and I don't have a. I did
It's-
arm a militia, small militia. That thing. I don't have a bow on me.
It's an archery range. Come on, someone has a bow.
So wanna let me borrow a bow? I promise I won't break it.
And this guy over here says, "I'll let you borrow my bow, but are you sure you can shoot a longbow? No offense, it's just not twice the size of your body, sir."
Well, I can try.
He hands you a longbow. You may not be proficient in bows. Is there any reason you would be?
No.
I think thief does thief. I don't think that rogues get.
They don't have martial weapon proficiency.
They get some martial weapons in particular. Like you get rapiers.
They get rapier, short bow, I believe.
I think short bow because I have used a short bow before.
You
And
get hand crossbows, long swords, rapiers, short swords is your additionals.
Oh, that's right. I
Short
was always
swords. I think short bows are simple weapons. I believe, not martial.
Are they?
Well, either way, I'm gonna shoot this fucking thing. How do I shoot this bow
Ah.
again? What stats do I use? Dex?
Maybe
Do I
you just roll
a
a dex check because you don't have proficiency.
Also, longbows
You-
are heavy weapons. A
Yeah.
small creature using a heavy weapon has disadvantage on the attack.
Make another roll. And yes, short bows and light crossbows are. All right, you shoot not quite dead center like you were going to, as you kind of have to like bow the thing with yourself. But it's a pretty decent shot. And he's like, "Wow, you're pretty good at that." Yeah, I'm it's actually kind of like my practice bow. I'd sell it to you for a gold.
Oh no, I'm good. I just want to see what the practice shot looked like.
Fair enough. He takes it, and Bardic is like, yeah, put in some practice, and you might not do a half bad job, but you might have to wait for next year to really take home the prize, Tento.
Tento's gonna pull out his rifle. It's like, does this count as a bow or a longbow or a crossbow?
Says, no magic.
Oh, by no magic, you mean magical weapons too?
Yes. Only regular weapons. That's right. No tricks.
Can I throw a knife at the target, see how close I get?
Which knife? Because you have a bunch of magical knives.
Sorry, dagger. I have several regular daggers too. You're right about that. I'm not gonna throw my light dagger.
So your dagger though will be disadvantaged because it's 50 feet. The target's 50 feet away here, and it's 20 to 60 range on the thrown dagger.
Aw. Am I allowed to get closer?
So you have a chance.
I'm throwing a dagger. Alright, I'll just throw it. At the same place where I shot the arrow. Yeah, I thought I was gonna hit in the center of that one. Oh well. So Barter, how long have you been here?
He says, "Oh, I got him yesterday."
Did you come by yourself?
Who else is here with you? Or who else, is anyone else here with you?
He says, "Oh well,
just ask that question.
Nobody else back at the keep is really into archery contests, so I came alone."
Well, no one to visit for the festivities either.
Well, Smallbear wasn't into boulder throwing. You said all marksman contests, right?
And one guy says, "Yeah, we have shot put too, but that's more of a track and field thing, so they have it on a different week."
It's a track and field thing. Okay.
I think he was being serious, Camacho. I don't know why you're laughing.
Oh.
Why would they joke about that?
I don't know. I thought he was making a joke about it's not today, but I guess it's not today.
You know, you
sorry,
make jokes,
not today. This event.
You make jokes about me not understanding social cues. Just saying. So what are you saying, Bartiga?
He was like, yeah, so I'm here alone, just here to represent the school of the bow. We used to be a little more represented in these sorts of activities before everything changed. I figured I'd come back out here and get our name back out, Let people know if you're really looking to be a shooter, you should look to your north. Because, hey, the bow school's opening back up, baby.
Are you gonna be one teaching?
He says, well, I mean, I wasn't really thinking of going back and teaching, no, but, I always like to represent.
Ooh. So you thought about teaching?
It's like, well, I am, a wizened war dancer who has so much to teach so many people, but, I do kind of live at your castle when we're not doing mercenary shit. So
that is true. We do need you.
I know everyone needs bardic. Everyone needs a bardic in their life. He says, very self-assured.
This is very true. All right. Well, where are you staying?
And he's like, oh, some inn or other in town.
Cool.
I thought about camping, but it gets fucking cold here at night.
Cool. Are you done with your practice at the moment, or are you gonna practice a little more? Or are you
oh well, I thought I might encourage someone to come out and show me up, but I mean, as you can see, there's no one who's gonna. An arrow splits all 6 targets, and then someone throws out like a set of clay discs, and all of them are shot out of the air. You see Hamari step out onto the pitch, and everyone says, "It's one of the lovers of the Anax, and she's an amazing shot." And Hamar just strides up and says, "Hello there, mercenary. I see that you have a not inelegant craft, Perhaps with a few more years, you'll even approach my skill. Oh, that's rich. Yeah, Hamari like bows at Lonnie's clapping and says, "I see some people here can appreciate my art." And Bard is like, "Oh yeah, well, I'm sure you'll paint a real pretty picture. But at the end of the day, archery is about flow and motion, not, tricks. But you make your arrows glow green. And it's not a trick. This isn't a magic weapon. To be quite frank, it shouldn't be disqualifying." And he shakes his bow. And Tamari says,
perfect. No, that's gonna be perfect. Honestly, who threw those discs?
Yeah, they have a dude who's back here in his hoplite arm. He's really swole. Like, he looks like he's never missed arm day. He's never been to leg day. He's like a reverse T-Rex. Like, he's kind of has trouble holding up his arms up, but he's so jacked in the arms that you see when he needs to actually move a little to get a crate, he actually just goes full. He goes full gorilla. He's like, he picks up his legs and his arm walks over to grab more discs and cast them out.
Oh my god.
So how did he throw five?
It's both arms. It's both arms. He doesn't look like he spent too much alone time. He's got both of them equally worked.
So did you ask him to set up those clay shots for you to make yourself look better, or
And
as you approached us out of curiosity?
Hamari says, "Well, I think Bardiga had someone throw some wood," and Bardiga's like, "Yeah, but like the wood throwing boy, he has very equitable rates, and he told me he's selling those painted wood things to raise money for his family or some shit. So like clearly I was doing a good turn, all right? And yes, I was showing off, but I'm not too proud to admit it. Well, then neither am I. There's nothing wrong with a little flourish, as long as you're not, burning and pillaging an innocent person's province unprovoked for money. I'm a defector, okay? What do you want? I even did a revolution, okay?
He did.
I'm not on that side. So, you're not on the side of Clan Tessin. Well, I never said I wasn't on the side of Clan Tessin. I'm more of a on their side. Like, whatever side those guys are on. He jerks a thumb back at you, and Hamari sees all of you and says, "Oh, some people. I think I
Launches his waves.
As well. We'll see how the event goes tomorrow."
Yeah, so who
You're gonna have to work for that plot line.
Okay, I feel like this is Hamari supposed to be someone that we're supposed to be know who it is. Can you refresh me who she is exactly? Because I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
So Hamari is one of several lovers stroke concubines stroke harem members of Eliana Kirkos, the Anax.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like the girlfriend of the person who runs the province. Also, you know that she's got like the green flower and gold flower of the Safu clan on her garb, because she was a Safu Ritter, but she was away from the province during the war, and is now deeply enmeshed with a province ruler who, well, you're not sure quite how the dynamics of the relations between those rulers work out. You didn't hear Eliana say anything mean about Ryo or Kari Tessin. It doesn't sound like she's planning to go to war or anything.
That's what Brett saying. So, you still want to practice Portugal, or you just want to get something to eat? Because I'm still hungry.
Oh no, I think I've done enough showing off for one day, or 1 hour at least. I'll see you in a bit. So you wanna? Why wants the cat said good and evil while they're arguing and distracting? All right, and you're looking probably for fae, fiend, undead,
Vampires. Vampire Jasons.
You don't detect any undead while you're in like the crowd, Lonnie. Although you do detect a fiend. You turn around and you see it's they're a tiefling. They're just like a red fellow with horns and a bow.
So anticlimactic.
Yeah, you don't detect anything else. you can like canvas the crowd, and everyone's distracted so they don't see the casting, and yeah, you just don't get the sense that there's any undead around.
All right. Let's.
So, did we have any leads here?
Yeah.
Oh, they're definitely like doing shit, shaking shit around here.
Are there any runes that we know of, or we could ask some people?
You could ask around. You also note at the field, you note that there's two like there's one guy who seems a little like constantly moving and looking around. He's a little nervous. He's eyeing up Bardiga. He's eyeing up Hamari. He's eyeing up everyone. And when he shoots, it's like there's a through the air, and like he almost frays his bowstring. And he has a few bowstrings, and he's replacing them sometimes. And he's definitely like very actively looking around.
Does he look? How sus does he look?
Does he look like he's been doped?
Is he a
Yeah,
sussy baka?
So you want to look at his eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see if he's a
Because they
sussy
described with
baka.
the red eyes and all the other mannerisms, right?
Yeah. So you get close to this guy, and Lee makes him a token really fast.
I didn't say lean in. I was like, whoa, we're not leaning into anyone. That seems high. We are the sussy ones if we did that.
I don't know. Kibancho actually might do that.
Yeah, so you see a dude. Let me grab him. So there's two categories of like suspicious dude here, right?
Mhm.
And PG Stream, Rosencreed Creatures, Ischydonian Knights, and yeah, this guy right here, he's looking kind of suspicious. You get close, there's maybe a hint of red to his eye, and there's another category of guy who looks kind of suspicious. So there's variously clad like warriors here, broadly looking Ischydonian, but some of them actually look like more like people like Heinrich. They look like Raxons, and they have their long bows, and they look like woodsmen with their furs and leather armors about them, and they look like they're used to some hard scrabbling. And you also note there are some dudes who look like very much like warriors, and like they're here to show off. And some of the people who move around and like talk to them, who look more unassuming, go and talk to others as well. So those are the
They have
two.
clicks. Gotcha.
Those are the sus things. Well, like there's like clusters of these like gladiator-looking dudes, and then occasionally someone who looks a little more unassuming will pass between them. Normally with a hood up.
Mhm.
And like talk to them, and then they go and talk to other people as well.
And if only someone could just hear like through a wind or something.
Yeah, and then there's Shifty Guy down here who you do confirm as you get within as like close as Lonnie is. He definitely has red eyes. He looks over and he sees you, Lonnie, and he like breathes in and looks the other way. And he puts an arrow in his hand.
And then lean over next to him. I was like, I think he likes you. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but I think he likes you.
Is he triggering anything? I still have the spell up.
He is not triggering anything. I mean, you can see he's got the problem with his eyes, but He doesn't seem to
Okay.
have any other issues. He seems like he's probably a fine archer, but right now his strength is, honestly, his muscles are all bulging, almost like they're strained to be achieving what they're achieving right now.
And is this guy the clay guy? The clay disc guy?
No, he's not the clay disc guy. That's the
Huh.
You see the clay disc guy. He doesn't have red eyes. He's just incredibly swollen in the arms.
His arms are just massive for whatever reason.
He's just built like a fucking Tahoe. This guy is another competitor. Showing off, training. He's got a longbow. It looks like he's got a longbow of Raxon make. It's a masterwork even.
Lonnie wants to go ask the clay guy if he has any suggestions on where to stay for the event.
Oh yeah, so you go ask clay throwing guy, and he's all the way down here, and he says, "Oh yes, there's 2 inns in town, but by now they're probably all booked. You look like a woodsy type." He points to the west and says, "No one ever goes over in those hills for dumb old superstitions. I bet you could camp there and have a nice view."
What superstitions? I mean, like,
Oh,
just, sometimes they're dumb.
Oh, well, the story my mother used to tell me to be good and remind me to work on my legs was that there was an ancient evil, and it used to appear at night in the form of a golden palace, and that an evil king who drank the blood of children lived there, and that if I was misbehaved, he would emerge, and I wouldn't be able to run away fast enough because he would have skipped leg day for so long.
I mean, that sounds kind of silly. It sounds like someone would have seen that by now.
Yes, but it doesn't matter how many times you say it. The goat herders won't even graze the hill. They're nice hills, too. You get a good view. I go there sometimes on my walks. I don't walk very far, though.
We did get here rather late, so it's probably hard to find a good spot.
Well, I haven't seen anybody camping out on those hills. You can see over there. There's no one at the hilltop. I mean, it would be quiet on the hilltop would be windy, but you see this little hillock there. There's a tree or so, a little warp in the ground, a big rock. A few spots. Some clear enough, flat enough ground. You could definitely camp there. Yeah, I mean, well, some people have been going over there at night, but I don't think that they're camping there. I think they're just revelers. Drinking and such and fighting. It's a very, very Ischydonian thing to wander around and drunkenly get into situations.
And if I don't know how to run on my really short legs, where should I run to as like an alternative?
Well, if you had to run on your short legs, we have 2 towers here in town, and as you can see, many guards who have been deployed to town to help keep things in line for the games. Between you and me, and the really suspicious guy is like standing here, like sweat on the back of his neck. Where is everybody else as this is happening, by the way? Feel free to position yourselves.
Well, I was just gonna be here.
And
Keep an eye out on the red eye guy.
Yeah, and says, "Oh, all of these things. They're probably nothing, but there were some deaths at the games in spring, and the Annex really doesn't want anything happening in the summer games. So we're here to make sure everything goes down without a hitch. Oh, the extra guards. I'd be here anyway." And this guy walks towards the target. I desperately search for a token that I could proxy a target with. You know what? If I shorten these up, yeah, we'll call these the archery targets. He's like, yeah, so And this guy, he's like walking out to retrieve his arrows from the thing. A little shaky. Mostly seems to be worried about his side quiver, though. He's fully filled. And big arm guy goes, yeah, so I can't imagine anything bad happening here. I mean, we had this whole place locked really, really, really well down. So you really don't have to worry about anything.
I mean, especially with someone as strong as you, how far can you throw those anyway?
Say, oh, you were too kind. My best record is 215 feet.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Ask him.
That's actually really impressive.
Yeah, he's got.
Ask him how far he can sprint.
I mean, handstand.
You're not here, Tento.
You can feel free to shout that at him, but this
No.
guy's over here. There is a bit more like crowd around, and there's some guards. They're going on a patrol, and they're like sweeping around, and they see these guys, kind of give them a sup nod, they give them a sup nod back, and they mostly focus on them because they seem like they could cause the most trouble, but they're walking back behind the row now. There's some guards posted more distantly as well, and yeah, at around this time, he says, "Oh yeah, so actually, I've flown them almost clean across the river with a few skips, and at around the time he's gesticulating to show you how many skips, this dude wheels around and aims an arrow straight at Lonnie's head. Now, Kabancha, you said you were watching him.
Yeah.
What would you do when he does that?
Just to clarify, it's this guy, the red eye guy, now aiming not towards the range, but towards that Lonnie.
Yeah. He's retrieved his arrows from the target. Now he's whipped out the arrows and he's trying to he's aiming them right at Lonnie's head.
Lonnie can take a hit. I'm going to hold person if he shoots.
Oh, Lonnie can take a, Listen, Lonnie. The cheek scars, big with the ladies. They'll love it.
Lonnie is tank. I believe.
All
I
right,
believe
so
in her ability.
all right, so
Look, I'm sorry. I was flirting with your crush. I didn't actually mean anything by it. I just want information. Okay.
can
Jeez.
you give me what's your passive perception level?
12. Lumi is 13.
I'm gonna call this a
Nine.
sleight of hand for him. Oh, Lumi barks. Lumi barks and gives you a second of reaction. What would you do instantly if you looked up and saw an arrow aimed at you? You won't get to I don't know. I know that I'm constantly fucking with the way that surprise works indeed. But what do you do? What do you do in the narrative the moment you see this happening? He's got Lonnie's got seconds to react.
Oh, nope, that's not how you measure something. Oof, I actually think he's out of hold person range.
He's at
It's
60
60 feet, right?
He's got 65 feet. So, within for Kabancha, without for you.
Okay,
It-
Lonnie will just try to position herself so that she'll take it, but with less damage, because she notices that there's people around her.
All right, so
Wait,
you.
Am I allowed to quick draw a light crossbow gun? Can I quick draw with my light crossbow?
I'm just giving a second here to Alani to do this. You were looking somewhere else, I think, because Kabancho was the reason Kabancho sees this is because he was ready for it. You know what I mean?
I heard the
But
bark.
But yeah, Lonnie will take the hit, just hopefully it's not a headshot.
Well, I'm assuming you're gonna take the dodge action, and you got your shield. Yeah, you got
She
your shield
wants to take it.
back.
Yeah, that'll
Didn't
hit.
think of that out, did you?
Yeah.
So
Oh.
you brace a little bit, and you suffer 13 damage, but it's -1 because you kind of brace it. Find the key. Thank you for watering the Lee. Hello, bienvenue, and welcome.
Lonnie's just gonna shout, "Hey, what was that all about?"
You just took 13 damage. That's all you have to say for it.
That is 12.
It's like a scratch.
And,
Oh right,
this
it is 12. I need to
this
give myself
suspicious-
12.
like a-
Sorry.
This
12 damage.
suspicious dude activates his multi-attack and shoots 2 more times.
Although I said if he shoots, I will cast hold person.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm assuming after the first shot, my hold person goes off.
yeah, so
Or does he get all of his shots off? then?
No. He fails. At this juncture, God, I think we do have to do initiative.
Jeez.
Because yeah, so all right,
I forget how loud that is when it's all together at once.
right. So,
Oh,
God,
look at that crit.
I think I'm gonna give this guy a surprise round. No, you got alerted to him. This is. I really want to delineate surprise more than this game does. You know what I mean?
I mean, if there are multiple guys, we only know of one person.
I mean, didn't he technically get a surprise round with the
The first shot.
No, I'm talking about the other guys.
Yeah. So, all right. Honestly, yeah. Well, you got his due. Tento, it's your turn, Toe.
And he's the only suspicious-looking person that we know of.
No, yeah. Like the guards are moving slowly, but they're all like, "Holy shit! Someone's just opened fire! What the fuck?"
19?
Yeah.
Does that
so
reach? Yeah, that does reach.
That's a hit. You deal 7 damage. It looks like I mean, he's harmed by this, but he also looks like he's probably like raging a little. Like you know, maybe
You also
he's-
have an advantage because he's paralyzed, which would proc sneak attack if you would like.
Oh,
Also, if
I'll
you want to
ro-
roll for nat 20.
okay. I'll probably sneak attack from that.
All right. Yeah, he looks like he is doped
Like
out
reaching
of,
for another arrow kind of like posture.
So that's 29 damage.
Yeah, well, more
Jesus
importantly,
Christ, I forgot your sneak attack is high now.
Where are you getting sneak attack from? Oh right.
paralyzed.
He's paralyzed, so
Paralyzed.
all attacks are advantage against him.
It's disgusting.
I'm gonna run over the lines. Are you okay? You look like you took that like a champ, though. Didn't you
Can only take this moment to fall off Lumi
Dramatically.
and just yell.
Yeah.
It's like a soccer player, like dive.
yeah, you fall and yell, and Lumi.
You will fall
three-
prone.
3 seconds later, I've been hit.
Lonnie, I just saw you take the hit. Why are you falling now?
Red card.
You-
We want to get him a red card.
Who's yelling that? What the fuck is
You
a
would
red
just-
card?
You will just scream in pain. Oh, in fake pain, I guess.
All right.
Okay, can I suss this out?
I don't
Or at
know,
least
full damage,
exaggerated pain.
Probably.
Give me-
Exaggerated
Give me a
pain.
performance.
Okay.
Give me a performance to play this up. The Tento, that's your turn. You shoot, you move in, you talk
Yeah.
to Lonnie, make sure she's okay.
Hey,
Just give me a
I'm gonna
somewhat
twist the
convincing
fate that.
idea of pain, but you.
okay.
I'm gonna
Suss
twist the
this
fate that
All right.
performance.
Yeah, give me it. At first, you're not selling it,
18.
but then the understatedness of it all. No, Lonnie might actually be hurt. Fuck. I mean, is that a poison arrow
Hey,
or
what-
something? You
what-
should have shrug off way more than
Hey, I
that.
want to roll against this. How do I roll against this?
You know what's
Give me an
hilarious? There's
insight.
no way I can beat this. Kabamcha's gonna twist the fate this
Ah!
and actually
I was
believe
one
Lonnie's
up!
in pain.
That's,
I was one off.
Yeah, no, you think that this is legit?
Oh shit!
Oh my
Who's
gosh,
losing
Lonnie, are
them?
you okay? Do you need help?
So, Kabancho, it's your turn. You gotta hold your.
Lonnie is inwardly sighing.
Kabamcha's gonna scream, "Guards! This man has opened fire against other civilians.
Yeah, the guards.
What is going on here? What is the security of this place?"
The guards say, "Subdue that man!" And they're like still trying to run, but they're still at initiative 0.
You know, it'd be really funny. He started running towards me.
Uh,
Because I shot someone off.
I mean,
I
you
mean,
did shoot afterwards.
I mean, he did this
Yeah,
like
they're
nakedly
correct,
on the
but they didn't-
pitch, like you know.
But it's like, what did they see though? Did they see me shoot at him? Or did they see him shoot at Lonnie?
Please,
That's
It's fair. He did roll a 9 on a sleight of hand, though.
Yeah, no,
But,
it's just a funny scenario that came into my head.
Kibantru's gonna ready Eldritch Blast against the guy if well, I guess if one he gets out of the hold person and continues making hostile actions.
Bardiga, it's your turn.
I don't know if I can make a 2-part like hold like that, but
I think if he takes another hostile action. Bardiga enters his bow dancer's trance and fires his longbow twice, green flame enveloping his shots.
Damn, that second one.
And does he have advantage because that's within
target
5
is
feet?
paralyzed, so he does have advantage.
Okay, so
That's the first one.
So both of them hit.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
All right, so Bardiga deals 19 damage. And
Does Radiant look like it? And actually, no, there's no way it would do more, right?
it doesn't seem to be doing extra damage to him. No. And this guy's been in your detect aura, and you didn't detect any of those categories on him. This guy now has 2 arrows poking out of him, and Bardi's like, "Damn, he's still standing." And then he's like, "Oh, right. He's got a crossbow bolt and 2 arrows in him." And Bardiga's like, "Why is he still standing?" "Oh, right, you whole personed him, didn't you?"
I raised my eyebrow at Bardiga, which I clearly have. Like, what? We're subduing this person. We're not killing him.
Wait, doesn't whole person work on things that are alive?
It works
Right?
on humanoid creatures.
So, Lonnie,
Okay.
It's your turn. You've just kayfabed. You actually get a call from the WWE saying they'd love to have you debut as as Druid Wolf. They've got the costume and mask all designed.
Already? Like, do they have a previous one?
They work fast in that design department, okay? Costuming has you in and out 10 minutes flat.
Tentos over Lonnie, like, are you okay? You sure you should be getting up? You sure just want to just like stay down, just like relax? Like, they need some quite a blow there, Lonnie.
Lonnie's gonna ask me to like run around and see if there's anyone sneaking off.
All right, so Lumi kind of like knows you're faking it, so she's like, "All right," and kind of looks at Tento, almost rolling her eyes, and then runs off.
Why is Lumi running away? You're Lonnie, you're hurt. Why is Lumi walking away?
Lonnie is going to just like sit up and like look like she's like taking like panic breaths and like just like try to nervously pull out the arrow before she like casts healing word on herself.
Oh my god, you need help with that? Why are you having a panic attack, Lonnie? Do you need, I can help you pull out, pull out the arrow you need me to. Tento's gonna attempt to pull out the arrow now. Let's see if I can do this. Medicine? Let's do medicine. This sounds fun. Oh wow, look at that. I'm a god.
I'm a god.
Oh my god. Does Tento know I'm faking it now?
Medicine check. Like, hey, that arrow's not that deep in. You're taking harder hits than this.
A crossbowman, who's kind of like here for the crossbow event, does definitely seem to have like taken note, seeing you've gone down, and is kind of like piecing out. Lumi is, however, very obviously a wolf. He turns around, he looks back and forth, and says, "Ah, that wolf's trying to bite me," and begins to level his crossbow at her. I think, I don't know about you, but I assume Lumi would take the initiative here. What do you think?
Yes, she can understand common. She knows a threat.
Yeah, so, he tries to shoot her, but she gets the drop and, goes for that sweet, sweet bite attack. And,
let's go, Lumi!
He stays standing. And, the arbalist, for his part, she's within point blank, so he just pulls out a short sword and cuts at her. Says, "I'm being bit by a wolf!"
Kibonto's gonna turn on if he's allowed to.
I believe that actually hits.
No one's leaving this area.
So -7.
As I'm sure people are just walking away, like not wanting to get involved.
Yeah, the guards say we should do the threat first, and it's Zion's turn. Zion, Lumia just bit someone, apparently apropos of nothing. This dude is pin-cushioned and paralyzed. What do you want to do?
I'll tell the machine to go and pin down this guy. It will dash.
Just football tackle him.
Yeah.
Alright, so it goes for the full, like, body tackle. The enemy is paralyzed, and the machine of no name is like a giant piece of metal, so it's really more of like a belly flop with crunching sounds.
Is he still alive?
Crunching sounds?
Roll me
Is he alive?
2d8 bludgeoning.
Oh, it uses dash action. I don't know if it can do anything else.
I'll let it roll me a.
Can it just like fall, like purposely fall on it? Just sit on it?
It falls on him. I mean, it doesn't fall on him in like a damaging way. It falls on him in like a pinning way, we'll say. Yeah, because it can't make an attack, but it does pin him. Yeah, it does 10 damage. It's just half damage because it's like trips to 5 damage.
It's just physics, you know. When the large object's coming at you, you know, all the energy just doesn't disperse right there. It's got you know, go somewhere.
The dude does not pass the wisdom save. The hoplites are also all sprinting, except for this dude, who has a clay disc that he's got ready to throw at the guy's head. But the guy is
shit,
down
that
right
might
now.
just kill him.
So the guards are rushing, but some of the guards are like holding back, and they see that a wolf is presently trying to like chew apart a dude. The dude's also getting tanked by someone in plate. And this guard says, "Enough violence, all of you! Stop this! Pull that wolf off him!" And he kind of like lowers a spear and like seems to be ready to poke Lumi if she doesn't desist.
Lonnie will shout and who is it, Primiva, that like she's okay, but she'll also tell Lumia it like telepathically to like just like back down.
Alright, so it's the Tento Turnto. And honestly, like, this dude is dogpiled by the machine with no name, 2 hoplites counting, and, like, you guys have him totally hosed. I don't think he's gonna get out from this. The only, like, real, like, engagement that I have as keeping initiative right now is the fact that— FUCK! I ran 5 minutes over the 10-minute break.
Whoops.
I'll be back at 10:45, everyone. Sorry for that.
Alright, see you guys after the break.
Yeah. Mm.
I'm back.
I'm back
Welcome back.
on a brand new track. Make that booty go thwack. Oh, hello, hello. So I think I'm gonna be the only one here right now, actually. So
Yeah.
Shin, how you feeling?
Feeling good. I'm glad I more or less made it on time.
Yeah, wonderful that we're back here with Gabancho and Barda getting in situations involving bows. Really, really old time vibes. Here's a fun game to play. How long do you think this took to draw?
Five hours?
More like 20 minutes.
Is that why there's such a windy day against all the buildings?
Indeed.
All right. I'm back.
Welcome back. 20 minutes though. It's pretty good for 20 minutes.
What?
The art above where our tokens are.
Oh yeah, I agree. I got all the upside buildings. It's a character. Is that everyone now? DC says they're back.
So you ready to go?
Yeah. So I think that we can call it an initiative. Lumi backs down. The guard separates, everybody from. Unless Zion, would you back off of the arbalist with the guard there,
Um.
or at least not?
Well,
Had you attacked, or you were just standing close?
I was just standing close.
Okay.
I haven't attacked.
All right. So I think that's it for the fight. This dude is subdued. Hoplite guy with the discs is ready to throw on. The more hoplites come like clown carring in. People all just stand around and they say, "Hold on, what's the meaning of this?" And
Alright, Lonnie, I think it's time for us to get that out, so let's get up and go.
yeah, and an officer walks in. He seems to be an officiant, perhaps paid from out where he comes and says, "I will be inspecting the field at this time. Civilians, please do not depart. There seems to have been an incident." Comes over here and says, "What do we have here?" And they say, "He's paralyzed, as if though by poison. Two of them in the crowd shot him." "Who shot first?" "This one did. Tried to go for their head on the gnome." "Oh my! What are those pupils?" "Oh, red." And the guy kind of like foams, stuck in mid-draw pose. And Kabansha, do you release the whole person?
Um,
And the officer says, "What is this? Is it a person?
honestly,
in
Kamacha
there?
holds it for a little bit longer.
Is there a person in there?" And they say, no, sir. I don't know what it is. It's just a big piece of metal that moves on its own." "Well, that's rather extraordinary. Can anyone explain this?" He whips around, bandages his hand about. "Anyone at all? Well?"
It's not my machine to explain.
And now says,
Kamacha looks at Zion. It's like,
"What was that now?" And then one of them says, "Oh, yeah, he was one of the guys who shot." "Ah, yes, well, I'll need to take your statement. What is your name?"
Then just sighs and just like, "Hi, my name's Tento."
"Ah, yes, Tento. And, I believe you shot that man over there.
I did,
Can you
yes.
describe the conditions under which you shot him?"
Extreme duress, because my companion here, he points at Lions, was in such incredible amounts of pain that I just reacted.
I see. Your companion seems to have taken quite the blow to the face. And, excuse me, but if you would so kind as to give a statement about your experience here today," he says, looking to Lonnie.
What the fuck? She just got shot. Fuck off. What do you mean her experience say?
is this man like a survey? Like,
Yeah, what the
he's
fuck
just
are
like
you doing?
collecting
Don't
survey. That's
talk
his
to
job.
her. God, person.
I am the person in charge.
I
who's
don't
the candidate on this
care.
field.
Jesus
I
Christ, she
think
just
you
got
will.
shot.
The
Fuck
the
off.
hoplites come in and they say, "Hey, don't take it personal, Tento. He's just doing his job. We were supposed to thoroughly investigate every incident by order of the Annex. All details." "He got shot out of nowhere. Where'd my wolf go?" Oh, your wolf. Oh, that's your wolf. She bit a crossbowman." "Bit a crossbowman? Did the crossbowman fire?" And the officer's looking all around. "I see you were shot. Tell me, do you have any particular enemies who might want you dead? Did you know the shooter?" The hoplites are
Go ask the
closing.
shooter. What the fuck? Go ask the shooter.
"Well, I'm afraid he seems quite paralyzed. You didn't happen to have poisoned any of your bolts, do you? Are you just
No.
travelers here for the games? No particular enemies? Strange. Oh. Thank you. And, what was your name again?" Whole person comes up and the guys... And the guy kind of looks like shaking and confused. And they say, "Hey, he's moving again." And the officer says, "Oh, yes, well... one moment. Yes, you." And he comes over and roundly interrogates him and says, "What is the meaning of this? Why have you opened fire? If you are an assassin of some sort, you'd better come clean now."
Wow, this guy is amazing at interrogating people.
Who'd you cast whole person on, Kabancho?
No, I'm kidding.
And, yeah, the arbalist here is like, "Hey, can I go? I just got bit by a random wolf. I mean, come on." And they're like, "Sorry, no one can come or go. You've just been in an altercation." You were bit by the wolf accompanying the person who'd been shot. Maybe the wolf thought you shot her. Well, I have a full quiver of crossbow bolts, and she was clearly shot with an arrow, so I'm not sure how that could be the case. And, the officer says, Now then. I see. And the man's sort of mumbling in response, and, the machine of no name has been recalled, I think? Right? Yeah, okay. And they look over and say, I see. And, alright. Keep him pinned down. And they put, disc throwers guy's arms on him, and he ain't going anywhere. The officer comes over and says, Hello there, you with the plate armor. Is this your, companion? He gesticulates the machine of no name.
Indeed.
Or I was like, yeah, and I'm Bardiga. And he's like, yeah, so well, very good to note your name. But you with the pet machine. Could you give me an eyewitness account of what transpired here? It seems that your compatriot intervened. Was that under your order?
Yeah.
I see. And looks around and he says, Are you by chance traveling with the one with the wolf?
Yes.
Very good. I see. And in your estimation, how many times was that man shot, and by whom, and who fired first?
Oh, that man on the ground fired first,
I see.
and then got pincushioned.
Quite. Or I was like, yeah, I shot him twice. I see, you were also one of the shooters. And walks over and he sees, he's like, hello there. He sees Cabancho and says, I see you've been staring rather intently at our friend over there. You didn't happen to do anything when the fighting started, did you?
I mean, yes, I was the one. Wait, magic isn't banned, right?
No, you're just not allowed to use it.
Is that what you asked him?
You're just not allowed to use it in the archery competition.
Okay,
right?
so I waved my hand with prestidigitation, and I said I was the caster that paralyzed that man as soon as he drew first blood.
That's good. I'm very glad that you managed to stop any further violence.
It looked like he was going for more arrows. So
I see. And so you're your caster of some sort, I take it. Well, I won't pry, but could I have your name?
my name is Cabancho.
Cabancho, indeed. I'll have that right down right here. I see. He looks back and forth between you and his paper.
I don't mean to question how you run things, but what is the security here? I believe there's been trouble recently, and something like this is very unsettling.
Absolutely,
for many
and
people.
that's why I'm gathering every single fact possible to determine the cause of this and report directly to the Annex. Now then, and the officer...
Do you recognize the man on the ground?
The officer says, I do not, but I assure you, we will be having a very thorough questioning before we let anyone leave, and we will see if anyone can identify this man. And he does. He carries on in much this fashion. It's worth noting that these guys, people in this crowd, kind of like eye you guys up. Everyone who attacked or did something. And the arbalist, the officer comes over to and says, Now, you there. It seems as though there's been a bit of an altercation. Would you come over here, please? And he kind of like awkwardly stands here. He sees Lonnie is, alive, and he says, Now, I'm going to understand this wolf bit you. Indeed. Now, excuse me, my good gnome, but could you tell me, any particular reason why you think your wolf companion bit this individual? Big tongue. Clearly because this wolf is a beast that shouldn't be at a fairgrounds for the summer games.
Clearly because you were trying to leave.
Well, I saw a lot of people trying to leave, and the wolf didn't bite them.
Well, there's only one wolf, and people shouldn't try to leave the scene of a crime.
You think she was worried and keeping around for protection? Just her instincts. Instincts, you say? But this is the first time that anything's happened like this. Well...
So it's very much so bored of this investigation and wants to go.
And the officer says, All right then. All right. Well, we have managed to get someone to identify that man. He's from a few towns to the south, and apparently he is known to be of ill repute, but not randomly violent. Oh, all this considered, he steps forward and says, Lonnie, was it? I would recommend you not...
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yes.
Oh, it lost connection. I don't know if you saw, like, Donnie says that she's been blessed after all, and Donnie will also pull out a holy symbol.
Oh, and the officer's like, I see. Oh, my. Perhaps this was a religiously motivated crime. Nabiki, I take it. The Saint Dreamwolf. Yes. Now we're getting somewhere. Well, if you wouldn't mind, your friend here points out that this is a great irregularity, and we can't be having people shot at random. If you would be so kind as to accept perhaps an entourage of two of my good men here for your time at the games, they will ensure that this does not happen again. Isn't that right, gentlemen? Like, oh yeah, we'll make sure nothing happens. Yeah, and if anyone tries anything, we'll let the wolf at them again. And he kind of like throws a thumbs up at Lumi, who kind of just is like. Yarba says,
I don't know. I don't want to take away from the rest of the security. Like, I really don't think there's, I don't think that there's any reason that they would attack me in particular.
The officer says, I'm afraid that I also have my instincts, and to be quite frank, what I have managed to extract from that individual rather seems to indicate that he had some motive to attack you in particular. I think he
Bonnie wants to insight.
Yeah, give me an insight.
And it seems like Kabancha wants to as well.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so you know that...
Damn, guys!
Oh my god.
There's
Damn,
nothing in
guys!
the world this man is hiding from you. This man legitimately thinks that someone is trying to assassinate... he's not sure if it's Lonnie or your whole group, but he knows that that guy was trying to kill Lonnie in particular. It wasn't a random shooting. He's suspicious as fuck of the arbalist, whose name is Jansen. And he's definitely going to have him tailed. But he doesn't want the guards on you as a tail. He wants them for two reasons. One, to protect you, but two, to scope out who's scoping you out and report back to him.
Okay, so the officer seems like he's on the up and up.
He's doing his job, basically.
Alright.
Well, if it really is no trouble, I mean, I really don't want to impose, but it was rather frightful.
Don't worry, it would be an honor to defend a righteous priest. Indeed. No, I once had
really don't want them on us.
No, I know it's
Lonnie.
an appropriate time and everything, but I actually had a really strange dream recently. All of my teeth fell out. You think that means something about money? I heard once that priests of Nabiki could do dream interpretations. And
Tento's gonna look at Lonnie for this. It's like, what? Tento's really curious to this answer now.
Yeah, and Lonnie will actually try to legitimately interpret the dream.
Give me your religion.
Don't you have like a bonus for this?
Yeah, I didn't give you prayer beads. I think you get an advantage in trying to interpret his dream. Yeah, you think that, so teeth falling out is commonly related to monetary anxiety. It could be about money that he's worried about.
I just want to say it. That's true. I've had several dreams where my teeth like come out. So,
well,
Shit.
Your instincts are correct, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it will happen. It just means that you're very worried about it.
Oh, it's true. It's true. You see, I'm trying to send my son to the magic school up north, and tuition. Yeah, I'm here pulling a double shift. Of course, and you will be compensated for your escort duty as well. And he's like, oh yes, thank you. My son, you know, he's amazing. He can cast a spell. He can clean the house like it's nothing. He goes whoosh, and he says it's a free Jedi gestation. It's wonderful, wonderful stuff.
Lonnie will give this man 5 gold as a thank you for protecting her.
Oh, you're too kind. Officer, can I accept this tip? And he says, indeed, all things considered. I will... Jansen, you're free to go, but you'll be here for the contest, won't you? And Jansen says, yes, of course I will. Well, good. Why don't you check in with me tomorrow? Kind of nods to the guard behind Jansen, and Jansen stiffly leaves. Definitely get the sense that the officer is having this man watched, and if he tries to skip town, a hoplite is going to stop him. And Nob says, "All right, everyone, we've held you long enough. You can see people are getting impatient. Go about your festivities, but everyone quit the shooting for the moment. We'll resume the shooting range activities in the next 2 hours." And people sort of like mill about or leave. And one of these dudes, you have 2 guards who hover around you, right?
Ugh.
Lonnie is going to use the bond now. She'll just say, well, actually, I don't think she got. Did she ever get close to the other guy? I don't think so.
Who's the other guy?
The arbalist or whatever.
No.
Yeah, but you're
Only
but
Lumi did.
Lumi did. Lumi like literally bit Jansen. So
Yeah, but Lonnie's gonna say like the guy who shot me isn't a vampire. I don't know about the other one, but if any of you guys can have any deniability, maybe don't associate yourself with me.
It'd be kind
so
of
that we
hard
can-
at the moment. What the fuck?
If I heard everyone's conversation correctly, I'm the only one
Oh,
that didn't say
Kabancho, yeah.
anything.
Yeah, Kabancho, you're also part of this, by the way.
Yeah. I remember
So is Orochi.
Oh, yeah, Oroshi's
Oh,
still
yeah,
on
so
this.
is Orochi. So, yeah, because I do think the officer's
didn't you
being
just-
genuine.
Why just refuse to escort? We don't need officers following us around.
That
We
I
need to
don't
be
know
not
if you heard, but she
suspicious.
tried.
It would make a more of a scene if I insisted more.
I think you make a scene regardless. At least if they're following us, they have to do it sneakily, not like just in
But
plain sight.
They're not doing it maliciously.
That's fine, but
I'm more worried.
they don't need to do it maliciously to make it suspicious to other people.
But it'd be really suspicious if I kept refusing because it seems like we have something to hide. Which I guess we technically do, but they don't have to know about that.
Lonnie, did you want me to do something special? Because if I heard everyone's conversation, I'm the only one that hasn't stated that I'm with you. Zion has, Bartiga has with Zion. And I think Tento also has, saying companion.
Well, if people can leave without the guards being suspicious, then do so. But I wouldn't try to make a scene anymore.
Yeah. So the only person who doesn't really have anyone really close to the moment is Zion. Bardiga kind of like turns around and sees Hamari hovering close and says, what do you want?" And she says, "With you, nothing in particular." Hamari walks really close to Zion, leans in while looking the other way and brushing her chin as if though to casually say nothing, and says into her hand, "I think I saw someone watching from the hills to the west."
I will keep that in mind.
She nods.
And I'll send that message through the link.
Yeah, so Hamari wanders off as well. And yeah, overall the situation is resolved. This guy gets dragged off to one of the towers by like 4 guards. Discus guy returns to his post. Bodrick and Vandor accompany Lonnie. And they accompany you while you're out in public. But if you want to like leave town or anything, they will let you do so because they can't really leave town either.
Oh, that makes it a lot easier.
Yeah. If you want to seek out the guy who Lonnie bit, you could give me an investigate or a perception. Oh, for if he comes close. Okay.
Before we leave, Kibancho wants to talk to the officer and take a 5-foot step of isolation, if possible.
He says, yes.
I'm sorry, officer. I didn't quite catch your name.
Says, yeah.
My name is Officer.
My name is Officer. You will call me officer.
My name is Officer Tamoth. It is a pleasure, of course, to meet you. Say, you look like you've come from some great distance.
I have come from far away, and as a good Samaritan, I was hoping if you can give me if you could let me know of any rumors or bits of information that you've come across of any troubling events that the general public wants to avoid.
Well, I'm afraid it would be quite irregular for me to be loose-lipped with state secrets, but he looks around and he says, it is public information that there was an incident at the Spring Games where there were fatalities. At first it seemed an accident, but the matter's being looked into. As now will this matter. Security was a bit more lax at the time because we're not used to this sort of thing. These games are a sacred time for Ischydonians, and no honorable Ischydonian would ever try and settle a score at them. However, the perpetrator is a local. Makes it all the more strange.
Maybe I can help with some outside views.
Yes. He walks, he kind of like walks, like, you know, slightly behind a hill with you, and he says, let me level with you. You're a magic user of some sort.
I am.
We don't have many who can do the sorts of things that you did, assuming you're behind the paralysis, as you indicated. Tell you what. You find anything out, bring it straight to me, and we will coordinate a swift response. We have over 50 guards here for the events.
I don't mean to be rude, Officer Tamith, but I'm not familiar with your hierarchy. Are you a high-ranking officer that I could trust with sensitive information? Or would you have to take it up to more or less your boss?
He says, in this instance, I have been entrusted to report directly to the Anax Eliana Kirkos herself. And in battle, I command 50 to 100 men.
Alright. And how can I... Well...
Yeah, Tento.
First, do you have any information you can help me?
Tento.
First, is there any information you could help me to, you know, maybe guide my search?
There have been strange gatherings at night to the west. By the more ambitious-looking crowd. The sorts who look like they're trying to go on to be mercenary captains or warlords. You know the sort. Yes, they seem to be gathering out west at night in the hills. Hills long considered cursed by the locals. Quite frankly, I find it interesting.
Maybe I'll have a further reach than the guards could. Where can I find you if I find anything?
He says, I'll be coordinating my efforts out of the tower with the top on it. He points over to the tower with the top on it. Middle floor. And Vandor, in response to Lai's question, says, oh yeah, the hills, good for walking, but not a lot of people go there. No one likes to graze it. All sorts of scary stories about golden palaces and blood. Baldric says, yeah, I heard there was a vampire who lived there. Vandor says, oh, where'd you hear that? There's no vampires in Iskydonia. We have the Virklokas. That's what the story was about. They ate the livers of the naughty children. Oh, but that's just the story. Everyone knows the real thing is that one time a river captain greedily found himself pouring wine. Wasn't enough. Started to drink blood and turn into a vampire. His crew, enraged, shipwrecked the ship, impaled him on the wood, and then buried him in the hills. Ever since, he's fed on any livestock brought around the area. Yeah, Officer Tamith explains you can come to him in the middle of the tower or tell any of the guards and they'll come tell him. And,
well, Officer Tamith, I appreciate your time, and I would also appreciate a more relaxed questioning if we ever bump past.
Indeed. You must understand, I am being thorough for the sake of my liege. I need to report everything. There are details you or I might consider insignificant that, when handed on to the Anax and her court, would prove decisive in the broader investigation.
Of course, I don't want you to risk your job or your position.
More important than my job or position is justice, my friend. We need to keep an orderly society here in Ischydonia. Great things are afoot. We should be looking at promising individuals and thinking about their futures, not having to deal with dust-ups and murders. But perhaps this is an opportunity itself, he says, looking at you. Tell me, are you presently Ronin? Are you in anyone's employ? Are you for hire?
I'm a free-spirited individual that's just looking to be a good Samaritan to make the world a little bit brighter.
Well, I appreciate that, but if you know any able fighters or magic users or people of your intelligence and perception, let them know. Ischydonia is hiring. And with a
Banjo
nod.
puffs his chest a little bit. I'm like, oh, I'm getting compliments now. Oh, this is new.
Yeah. So he's like, he gives you a sly wink and he heads off to keep doing Officer Tamith shit. But yeah, Bardic is like, all right, so I think I'm gonna hang around for a bit, Lonnie, on account of Anyway, he wants a drink. Sun's almost down. And
Okay, well, just be careful. Like, I know you didn't come into town with us, but I don't know why they're after, like, why people are hurting other people. So yeah, just be careful. But good luck on the tournament.
Of course, but I think I'll hang around with you guys for a moment. Tournament starts tomorrow anyway, and yeah, so
Ooh,
where do
can I
you
sneak off?
Yeah. You sneak off to the west. Oh god, yeah, Tento, you completely unseen. Tento, give me a survival.
Oh, okay. That one's not as great, unfortunately. And I was wrong. I'm apparently great.
What were you saying?
Tento, you find evidence of tracks, and near 6 semi-broken stone pillars, there's a recently cleared like dirt patch that seems to have had signs of struggle on it, and there is like a boulder to the north that almost looks like it's been rolled into place to cover something. Not only that, but the cracked earth around it looks fresh. As if though maybe someone's recently excavated this and then filled it in with the rock.
Is this a especially big boulder that someone strong would have to move it in
I'd
place?
say you'd have to be quite strong, yes.
Okay. Well, I ain't getting in there. Anything else around that I could possibly see and or investigate on?
You do see signs of someone on these hills having moved from here recently, and their foot tracks end under the boulder.
Oh, shit. Well, I can move this boulder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
After the fighting,
that's probably too big.
Yeah, Zion, at some point, a random dude kind of bumps up to you and says, this machine of yours, you wield it like a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
It's very impressive. Did you,
Yeah.
did you find it or craft it yourself?
I made it myself.
You must be of a singular genius as an arcanist, then, to construct something like this. It is to rival the old Joseon war machines.
I wouldn't say genius.
But
I have my flashes.
Sorry, go on.
Well, you should consider perhaps taking a walk tonight. There will be a gap. Yes. Promising individuals like yourself should consider taking a walk towards the hills to the west. The suspicious locals won't be around, but the south of the hills, there are 6 pillars. Some people are gathering, like-minded individuals. If you're interested in knowledge, power, and proving your worth and being rewarded, you should consider.
I will keep that in mind.
Of course. He pulls back up his cloak and sort of slides between some buildings.
This is the beginning of the cult of Zion. Zion's gonna take over whatever he just got invited to.
That's
It'll be just the cult of Zion.
Yeah, so y'all are in town and free to do what you like. It is daytime. Didn't take you very long at all to get here. It's not even noon yet. And yeah, you got Tento, do you return from the hills?
Yeah, I returned from the hills.
You return unseen. No one notices you come or go. Yeah, everyone's free to do what you like. Vandor and Baldric will, while you were in town, accompany you, Alani. But if you leave town, then they'll just sort of say, "Oh well, if you're sure, yeah, she has her companions with her. I'm sure she'll be fine." Oh, but what if she doesn't come back? And then Officer Tamith asks what happened, and we find out. Oh, stop worrying.
Zion, I found something, but I need your help.
What do you need my help for?
Why are you talking? Are you okay? Why are you talking like that?
Yes, I'm okay.
Then there's like, hey, oh yeah, it seems like typical Zion mannerisms. But I need you to move a boulder for me. It's to the west on this hill. I think I might have found out where our spy is.
Okay. I did say that someone saw a suspicious person on that hill
Mm-hmm.
watching us earlier.
Might have found that suspicious person, but I need your help because I can't move a boulder.
Oh.
I don't feel like blowing up the boulder.
All right.
And yeah, so the guy at the inn says, "Oh yes, of course, my fair gnome. There's the river. There's the hills to the west that are a fine viewing point. Although I wouldn't linger there after night. Local superstition, but you can't be too sure. People have been disappearing lately on the roads, you know. And of course, ours is the temple shrine of Unkelos, patron god of sport and perfection. And yes, you should. It's really a beautiful structure. You should check out the inside. It really helps me meditate on the perfection of the form." He pulls up his token. You can see he never skips leg day. Absolute melon crushing thighs.
Is that like a thing in this town where like people do like a
Hyper like
certain type of
focused.
body part and just nothing else?
I mean, you found 2 of them so far. You know, you're beginning to build a case. Bardiga's like, "Oh fuck yeah, I want to go on an adventure. You kidding me? I've been sitting around the castle for like a season. I'm honestly starting to feel a little rusty. I mean, I was coming out here for some adventure, and the like, you know, take some shots, have a few drinks, meet the local cuties kind of way. But oh yeah, no, I could go for some shooting. You know what I mean?
You do need to practice.
Yeah, on a living or dead target. Hey.
Hey, okay, let's go.
Yeah. So
Where did Lonnie go?
oh, she's up the street asking around at the inn.
Yeah,
so,
should probably leave her a note or something.
So Lonnie is seen being a nosy tourist who like looks around and checks out the sights. You do see it's a nice domed, like it would be 3 stories, but it's just like the flat story and the circle around temple, and there is actually like a huge iron ball, and like there's this like hole that it is like placed in, and the priest, you know, let's just say he lifts a bit, and you know, he picks it up at noon and like leads the people in a prayer, and a few people gather around and kneel, and doesn't seem like many people are devoted to Hunkelos in this town, but like, you know, he is happy to give you the tourist rundown. Yeah. You get a full zap of the room. Nobody is anything unexpected. There's no undead. And
They're trying to die. They're trying to get these gains.
and at like a no, it's not desecrated. It's consecrated, in fact. And you see the spirit tablets, and also like an older looking red wooden railing, and like green, like a jade encrusted like tile top are built into the far side from the door. And there's like a window facing the river, and there's like this beautiful view. And there's also wood blocks at the bottom and top. And it depicts something to do with water and like someone killing like a water monster maybe. And yeah, it seems to be this is like the town shrine. There's also old rows of cremated remain jars on some of the wall inlets. Oh, but we tend to do burials now, the priest says. Cremation is very old-fashioned here these days. Yeah. And she's like, Well, the old superstitions surrounding cremation became less important than the common faith's needs. As you know, when one passes beyond, we send their soul to the far sky and put their spirit into the Sornetto. So, people tend to like to have the body on hand to do that process. It's a little tricky if you burn them. And, you know, the expense of taking care of a burial with that many aspects, being that way. Still, for a long time, cremation persisted. Alright. So, Tento, you want to take Bardiga and Zion on an adventure, but do we try and gather the rest of the party?
I don't know what the fuck Lonnie's doing. I'll just leave her a letter or something.
Lumi, alright, so Lumi comes up to you and borks, and she's like, bork, and you realize you're being summoned by Bark. Bork.
Yes? Since I was very confused, like, yes?
Oh, to send Lonnie to find the other saint she need. Oh, okay. Lumi needs exercise. I see. Alright.
Oh, okay. Like, do I get to ride you then?
Lumi gives you a grrr.
I guess not.
And Huffington gives you a ah. Are you cheating?
No, Huffington, it was just a question. There's nothing behind it. You're still my best buddy.
So, Lonnie, do you want to stay in town while everyone investigates the entrance?
She'll stay in town till like closer to sundown, or unless like Lumi sends her something that like, oh, something's happening.
All right.
But she is planning on like she's planning on like
leading.
She's planning on leading the group towards the hills, towards sundown, being like,
Wait.
oh, it can't like I just want to like see, like it can't be that bad, right? Like I have you two to protect me. Like nothing's gonna happen.
Wait. I didn't invite Cabancho.
Hmm?
I didn't invite Cabancho.
Oh, Cabancho was like floating around you guys.
Oh.
He was told not to associate, but I'm not just gonna leave you guys. That's a bad idea.
Help, stranger. Stranger is following us.
I'm not a stranger. I have a bag of tricks.
That's even worse.
I've got I don't think I have candy, but I got travel rations. I've got
You know what? It's a good thing you don't. Okay,
It's-
nope. That made it weird.
Is the
There's
is the
some
wagon
candy
white?
in my wagon.
Am I white?
Am I white? Am I white wagon?
I got this nice cover on it, this white cover. Oh man, you'll enjoy the ride. We'll go someplace special.
No. You need to definitely stay away.
Wait, halfling, how old are you? Oh wait, no.
Oh
Sorry.
my
Move
God.
along.
Oh my
You know what?
God.
That's just gonna follow us back. Like, you need to definitely stay away. Those are the wrong questions.
And the wrong answers. All right, come on. You hit your head getting reborn or something, Kabancho. Come on. Here I am, seeing you again. You're alive. He claps her on the shoulders. Now, let's go fuck around in a cave or something. I think they have a big rock they want us to play with.
Brother, I don't think you can play around with a big rock. I think it's only Zion that can play around with a big rock.
All right, well, I'll watch Zion play around with the big rock.
Yeah, I'll be doing the same thing too.
So you guys hike out to the edge of town. It is worth noting that this is a fairly open plain, so it's not... I mean, Tento managed to hide his pursuit by taking the lulls in the land and going off of the rays of the sun at the time and yada, 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 and going from bush to bush and being short. But it's not easy to, like, walk between these locations without getting seen.
Is it dark?
No, it's like just now noon.
Can we all roll a sneak?
You could all roll a sneak. You could wait for sundown.
I rolled a 22.
Roll 21.
Alright. Yeah.
Well, it's probably good roll.
Zion, how's your sneaking feeling these days?
Don't worry, Zion's a ninja. Look, he's a ninja. Wait,
Above
can, we do
average. Above average.
can we do the machine with no name? Alright, Barga is
Oh
not
my
a
God.
ninja.
Bardiga steps in some birds and he's like, fuck this. I don't care if anyone sees me. Oh my god, my legs are all cut up. Oh gosh. I think I used to be like doing the whole ranger life. Fuck that shit. And you kinda,
I see that a castle life has made you.
Yeah, clearly I'm getting soft. He manages to get back in the ditch, but
Damn,
the damage is done. Lumi is like the wind. She appears, you didn't even realize she was coming with you. So there's a big boulder and 6 stone pillars nearby. And if you force your way, there's a big boulder, and there's some dirt, and Tento can reach out some recent footsteps if Tento wants.
If Tento wants what?
He wants to point out that there's some footsteps.
Yeah, there's some recent footsteps right here. I think someone just went in there. So let's find out what they're doing.
Oh, on the way here, Zion will tell them about the strange person that invited it to a party.
Are you
Wait,
go, Zion?
wait, Zion, are you telling me that it's part that the person invited you? Isn't it like here? to
Yeah.
like points around the area?
Somewhere here.
Oh, we're definitely going that hole now. Come on. Push the rock.
Yeah, so you push the rock.
So how much you guys want to bet what's so Barga, how much you want to bet we're gonna find a cult down there?
Or is like, oh, this is definitely either like a cult or a coup, maybe a rebellion going on. Yeah, they're like barely within a mile, but Lumi says like, oh, they're moving a big rock. Lumi also says, I'm getting big dungeon vibes, so do with that what you will.
I mean, if we want to do a quick short rest, I will get my 1 spell slot back.
What do you think this is gonna take Zion that long to move a boulder?
Yeah,
No,
so
it's gonna take that long for Lumi to run back to town.
yeah, Lonnie
Pick
starts
up
to.
Lonnie,
Oh.
lose the tail, and then come
Yeah,
back. to us.
Vandor and Broderick get to the edge of town. Like, oh, well, we're at the edge of town. So, I don't mean. He looks around and he says, "I would just stay out in the open. You know, you don't want anybody to might be following you to have an opportunity to try something."
That's when Lumi rolls up like, "Hello, I'm here to pick my gnome. Thank you for taking care of her."
All right. Well, we'll be at the inn where you got passage and got a room until till you're back. They kind of give you a wave. And yeah, Lummy comes pick you up. You guys get a short rest. So everyone short rest up. Spend as many hit dice as you want.
Did anyone get it? Oh, Lonnie got hit.
Lonnie got
I said, did anyone get? No, Lonnie took the hit like a champ. She doesn't need any healing or anything like that, right?
Oh, I'll see on my Twist of Fate back.
Oh, Lumi got hit too. Oh, I guess the arbalist did shoot. Wait, did that arbalist shoot?
Stabbed it.
Oh, stab Lumi. Okay, I thought he shot at Lumi. I was like, isn't that a disadvantage?
All right, so. You guys heal up, and you find yourselves at the edge of a barrier, if you will. Do you want to, Zion? You have the clasp. Do you want to use your great strength to roll that boulder out of the way?
Zion uses strength.
Sure.
Click
Push
that
the
strength
boulder.
check. Let's see how it goes.
Push the boulder.
All right, you rolled a start, and you see a grand and glittering thing behind you after some soft dirt. Oh my, it's as though you stepped to a place out of time, Zion. And,
Are these one of these knoll holes?
oh god, what if it was? It might be.
I don't think no holes are out of time. They're out of place.
You're out of touch. You're out of
There's
time.
some fucking time and space doohickey things.
Zion, you emerge and you see a brilliant golden palace floor and wall and a circle up ahead. And beyond that, there's a room with a pinkish sort of rug.
Is it dark down here?
Well, there is no source of light at the moment. But Zion can see just fine. Wait, is that actually wrong? Does Zion not have dark vision?
Zion does not.
Zion
Dark
does
vision.
not.
Currently, it's just Lonnie, Cabancho, and Bartiga.
You see a lot less, Zion.
I'm gonna nudge Vargo's like, hey, how fancy does this place look?
And he's like, oh wow, this looks like a one hell of a pleasure palace. Honestly, this looks like nicer than some of the people who like run this place who are alive have. Looks like some sort of an outer wall. There's probably chambers off the side. And there's a big fuck off circle in the middle. Hey, you notice all the towns in this place have circles? I wonder what's up with that.
Good observation, Bartiga. Thank you.
And how tall is the ceiling here?
The ceiling is like 20 feet tall.
Hmm.
All right, so you guys, walk in here. You see a great rotating a great disc here. Can I light torch toe? Yes, you may. I will give you torch toe.
Woo!
Friendly torch toe. All right, so I was like, wow, yeah, I can see in color definition how the fire is lit. Just walk in, you see like there are like discarded, like tipped over amphoras and like very fine cushions and such all around to the sides. And you hear footsteps.
From what direction?
From the north.
And now he's gonna snuff out Torch Toe.
And a voice comes and says, "There's no point in trying to hide that you're here. I saw you through the walls." And you see before you a brilliant figure, clad in not that much clothing and ripped as fuck. He has distinct red glow to his eyes, and he stands, not unlike Hunculos, incredibly ripped. And he walks up to the edge of the circle and says, "Ho there, creatures of the surface. What brings you to my palace?
I cannot see him. Oh,
Do you guys see anyone?
Yeah.
You're gonna have quite a bit of vision to see him, unfortunately, but he snaps his fingers, and suddenly,
I have dark vision.
he's really up there.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Now you can see him.
suddenly orange sconce light comes on.
Also, just quick question:
Mhm.
Is this consecrated or desecrated land?
It's definitely desecrated.
This shit is
Good to know.
fucked up.
Good to know. I feel like I still can't see him.
Clarify, is this a statue or is this just a ripped person?
This is a man. This is a ripped man.
This is a man.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I can see up to here, and I don't see him.
Then that could just be a
Looks like
foundry
good, that's
glitch. I might copy paste
I see him.
Okay, so can you unselect all tokens and select your token again?
I copied and pasted him. Do
Oh,
you see this
there
one?
it is. There it is.
Yeah, you can.
Yes.
Yeah, so you see him, and there's now a light, and he says, "Welcome, I am a Pelon."
We heard that name before.
No, you haven't.
Is that a religious name?
You roll religion and try and find out.
You heard
Especially
Pelton.
now that I have visited the temple that may or may not be associated.
Yeah, you could roll religion. I don't think so. Who knows?
Ooh.
Is the
I'll give you advantage because you've been to because you hung out at the temple and got the spiel. I'll give you advantage on that.
Is the whole room lit up or just the center?
Pento still did better to me.
There are torches anywhere you see a light source. Sorry, I didn't. I should have just actually dragged out torches, but I didn't. So there is light coming from several wall sconces.
Okay, so I just assume like everywhere is lit up right now.
Not everywhere. You will see on Foundry where isn't.
Okay. It's just kind of hard to tell with the yellow stone with the yellow light.
Yeah. You know what? The light begins to grow more somber and serious. The light begins to glow
It's a lot easier to see now.
red.
Oh, that's not good.
Actually,
Oh.
is that easier to see?
To me, it is.
Okay.
Like this corner is a lot more distinct now.
All right. Yeah. So we're gonna go with the red lighting, red mood lighting.
And so it looks like I am lit.
He says,
Oh.
I see we have many creatures of the land. Yes, it is as Abrota told me. All sorts of new and interesting mortals now crawl across the surface. And now you find your way into my palace. Not unlike a boring insect. Tell me, what brings you here?
I guess I'll speak then. As someone was spying on us, and I thought the person would come in here.
Huh. Yes, I believe that there was a scout up top, observing what was happening. One of my new minions. It has been so long since I had any. And Apollon says, "Servant, show yourself." And yeah, you see a commoner come out, and he's like, "Yes, my lord, it was me, and I was not spying. I was simply observing from afar. I came back to report on what I had seen after your companion got shot at." These are the
Is
ones.
your companion? Is he talking about Apollon or is he talking to us?
He's pointing at you guys, and Apollon says, "Ah, so you are the ones who stymied some assassin of some sort. Thrilling. What is a sporting event without a little attempted murder?"
A safe
Not a
one.
sportsman-like one.
Yeah. what kind of like?
Sportsman. What a word.
All right. This is just out of curiosity. You said Abrota was here.
Indeed. It was she who awoken my interest in the surface world. She told me about all of the curious little things that had begun to walk all over it.
Don't mind me asking, how long have you been down here for?
He says, I have slumbered for an aeon.
Mm-hmm.
Since long before the style of the Kehoe came to dominate the land, their shrines and spirit network. I remember the old ways of Ischydonian, and how the Dagorians once lived. And how they will live again. He smiles. Deeply.
Yep.
So, are you just good friends with the Brota from back then?
Friendship is a curious condition. It invites the knife into one's back. But we were peers of a breed. You see, our condition was far more advanced than the others. We are incredibly potent entities, and he stares now very deeply at you, and you feel like there's a barely restrained energy behind his eyes.
Do you know any particular reason why a Brota would come down here and talk to you about what's going on up there? Any particular reason why?
Yes, we reminisced about old times and discussed the nature of the world. She intrigued me so, I simply had to begin seeing it for myself. Now I am gathering companions and servitors. They will do well.
Is there a reason why you want to go back up? You seem pretty close down here.
Yes, yes, well, I have rested in my pleasure palace for an aeon. But it is not the way of a man like myself to act as a dragon. I stayed here merely because I believed there was nothing left of interest on the surface above. But now that I know that is not the case, well, I suppose I will begin with Actigoros, and then spread across the small sea.
He said the magic words.
And from there, the rivers. And then I shall take the mountains and duel with the dwarves. When I have wrestled them, I will find what dragons remain and conquer them as well. And then, when we have spread across the fastland, we will, of course, travel across the land, through the southern jungles, across the islands. Perhaps I will even find where the Kyo have gone.
Well, have you thought that it might be easier to see how it's changed if you don't try to interrupt it first while you're traveling?
Ha! Interrupt. What is the life of a mortal creature, he flexes his fist, if not a series of pathetic, wet interruptions? No, what I find intriguing is the grander things, those with which I will wrestle and contend. Anything so weak as to flop before me like wet paper is of no interest. You see, you are composed of living cells. You rely upon the blood you produce yourself, not unlike a cow. But me, I have long since thrown away my humanity. I have become the next evolution. I have evolved beyond life. I have seized with my hands and perfected my form.
And
He strikes a wide stance. So you see, I will give a grand choice to join me and live in a greater existence, or perish.
All right, 2 questions for you. One, how long ago did Brota leave this place?
Oh, the passage of the sun is of little concern to me.
Oh my fucking god. All right. And 2, why Atagoros?
Well, can you think of a grander city that is closer by? I would be happy to install myself in a finer seat, but you know I have a very old knowledge of local cities.
And then Tempo
Oh,
shoots at this guy.
Alright, so you're gonna whip out your gun and like, start popping the shot?
Yep.
Alright, well,
Bill's gonna back up if
he
that's gonna
sees
happen.
it. He sees it coming, right?
Mm-hmm.
Take the shot.
Oh my goodness, that's awful.
and it beams, and he says, "Ha! What's this? You brought a toy of the dwarves?" He gives you a come hither and says, "Step into the ring, then." His commoner is like, "Oh, you can't mean to fight, my lord." And he says, "Come, don't be a coward. Whip out that knife of yours and stab one of them." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And he kind of slinks into the shadows. And he strikes a wide stance and says, "Come, you." Pointing at Zion and says, "You look like a formidable opponent." And as for the
Arm
one
wrestling
with
tournament.
the divine discharger, I can see that you are spirited by my mention of conquering Artagoros. You seek to defend the city. Come, show me the strength of their champion. We will see how high you measure against mine. This man is like 7.5, 8 feet.
I swear, why does it always have to girls? Why can't it be somewhere else?
Oh, by the way, the moment you guys step into this circle, you feel as if though you're like something is like staticky and weird, especially Zion. You feel like your connection to magic is maybe not there. And he says, "Now you have stepped within the hermit's seal. We shall fight without tricks." His eyes brim, "and I shall go all out." Everyone right now establish whether or not you can see a Pelon.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Everyone who can see a Pelon, roll me a charisma save.
Oh, that's like my worst. All right.
I said Lonnie specifically earlier was focusing on the servant.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
case Apellon's gonna try a charm. I don't know if this helps.
Oh, yeah.
Any like if I still make the save.
Well, you saw the commoner slink into a side room. Would you try and like reposition to maybe like get your eyes back on him?
I just don't want to be looking directly at him.
All right, I'll give you.
At Apellon,
I'll give you.
because he had an intense gaze.
I'll give you a Cha save a advantage. All right, so Zion. Yeah, you're not sure what it is, but there's something amazing about him. In fact, you are certain from your first meeting that if you do not escape immediately, you will be drawn into his charismatic aura. Also, your stand may or may not involve wielding fire. You do, however, have a fortune-telling stand in Egypt. So
Wait, is he trying to scare us?
No, he's
Okay.
trying to charm you.
Yeah, that worked.
The charm that you feel working over you, no one passed this save.
Damn.
Wait, not even a 24?
Oh, sorry, no. I saw the 15. Yeah,
okay.
no. Lonnie, you shrugged
Okay,
this shit
I'd
off.
be very concerned if it was over a 24.
Yeah.
Like, we should get out of here if it's over 24.
Am I allowed to use Twist of Fate after knowing that it fails?
Yeah.
Okay. Every time it spooks me.
I saw. I thought that was your twisted thing. I was like, wait a second, twisted thing isn't that high.
Yeah. Well, I got a 7.
He got nat 20 for initiative.
God,
Oh, I
dang.
guess
So you pump yourself
Lumi
up
might
to.
be charmed.
Oh, wait.
You put,
I rolled
yeah.
a 6 for my initiative. God damn.
So you pump yourself up to. Let me check.
A 17 total.
You pass. On
I think
17, you pass. A Pelon. So it's a Pelon's turn, and he says, "You have relied on tricks until now, manipulations of the weave, drawing upon the woad, perhaps whatever fey tricks that Seeress behind you relies upon. Let me show you now true power." And you guys feel charmed by Pelon. He's not trying to scare you away. He's not trying to make you his friend. But you do feel like this deathly fatalism, as if though the red strand of fate binds you through this conflict. But it's so distracting that you have disadvantage on attacks against him. It's not. Define that question for me.
Counterspell.
You can try.
I think not, because it doesn't sound like he did any kind of verbal somatic or anything like that.
He said
just
something.
went on a
I will
speech.
say this. Roll me Arcana.
Not the worst at it.
He
Yeah.
mentioned you've stepped within the Hermit's seal. The Hermetic seal is what an anti-magic field is known as. So it's possible that circle is an anti-magic field and he can't cast a spell anyway, because he's in it. He claps his hands so fast, like a shockwave ripples out and time moves slow for Tento and Zion, as Zion's very gears and cogs and crystals in his brain cage spin off kilter. And, yeah, so the shockwave on that, I think it's going to hit his commoner now that he gives a shit. And,
Goodbye, commoner. It was nice knowing you. I guess.
For the 2 seconds.
What was it? That roll. Into the circle. You think that, you don't think that your spells are going to hit somebody inside the circle.
Okay.
Yeah, so everybody, no, Tento and Zion. Yeah, Tento and Zion, make me a con save. We're gonna do one round of this fight. So he claps, right? He takes an action. You note that this man seems to be capable of taking, more than one action in a turn. I used to use multi-action as a feature commonly in other games I ran, but this is the first one I think I'm doing in High Road.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean multi-attack, I mean multi-action.
Action Surge is a feature.
Indeed. So, Apelon, so, okay. Tento and Zion, you've made your con saves. His DC, his save DC should be, just checking that. I'm going to arbitrarily set it to 7.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
My detector in evil, does it feel like it stops where the circle is?
Yeah.
The source of it is on me.
It feels like there's like a null point, anything inside the circle. Which I feel like I should have described to you earlier, and I feel really bad about that, because then you would have had an idea there was something weird magic about the circle. My bad.
I mean, it's a very defined circle, and you made a circle comment before that.
Yeah, but, I mean, she would have noticed. Oh, well. Yeah, but Lonnie, you definitely know that there's something weird about the magic for the circle, because everything else is desecrated, but that you just can't get into. You can't get a vibe from.
Okay. But yeah, so specifically, even if the source of the magic is outside, just no magic can penetrate that.
As far as you can tell.
Okay.
You do... Roll me an Arcana
That
as
sucks.
well. Roll me an Arcana as well, because there's something about the Hermetic Seal that might be very relevant to you. Apelon runs up, and okay, so both Zion and Tento. You are under the effects of slow. Under the effects of slow. And, -2 AC penalty to, -2 to, deck saves. Can't use reactions. Must
Oof.
choose action or bonus. Not both. May make no more than one attack, no matter features or magic items.
Big oof.
And he grabs Zion and attempts to just like suplex it, saying, "I see the soul within your chest. Tell me, is this your answer to cheating the Fae? I shall have to gaze upon what is within there myself." So give me a dex save, Zion. All right, now contest athletics.
Oh my god, no!
Right, let's see. I mean, Apelon could actually, could he physically roll that well?
I mean, we have a few.
He
things
can
that-
technically
That
get
poorly?
that one.
You mean that
He
poorly?
can technically get that one.
All right, so he picks Zion up and fucking like plants it onto the ground.
I was
that-
thinking that if we combine all of our
that
modifiers
was-
afterwards, but that's not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So that was one of his attacks. One of the 4 attacks he's going to be making with his second action of his turn. And, yeah. Let me just really quickly... Melee weapon attack. Ability modifier. And then, and that is a indeed. All right. So,
Hey Lee, real quick.
yeah.
Serendipity in battle.
Yeah.
Can that happen after the dice roll, or do I need to declare that before?
I think you can do it after.
Okay.
All right. So, he's going to throw out 3 diamond fists. He has advantage because his target is prone.
Peace! Zion! Zion! Live!
48 bludgeoning damage.
So
21
I'm gonna
bludgeoning
do
damage.
the serendipity in battle on one of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So one of them's at disadvantage. I don't know if that helps with any of them, but
Here's the thing. That's magic.
oh, that's fair.
So you realize it'll fizzle. What was your Arcana, Lonnie?
10.
All right. So okay. Cabancho knows this. Cabancho. The way that hermetic seals operate is to perfectly flood the weave within an area. What that means, think of it like a hard drive where every pin has been moved from 0 to 1. It's now meaningless because everything has been set to yes. It makes it blocks movement, even primal movement of the woad through it. Which means that for this to be permanently in place, there's an incredible amount of power, magical power being stored there, kept in null. If something could be done to disjunct or damage the nature of this circle, he would be fucked. Or rather, maybe everyone in the circle would be fucked. It's hard to say. That's Apollon's turn. Zion... So, it looks like he's trying to pound in, going for the chest every time. Zion's metal plates... Like, he's stripping open. He sees the gem through. He sees the crystal core. The soul core of Zion. And, Zion... give me, what's the damage on you? No, you don't have damage on it. But your equipoised moonblood core is partially exposed, and the radiant beams up, cuts his eye. But he looks back at it. He says, "Ah, yes. This is extraordinary. You are incredible. Not one of Archimedes' inventions, are you? No. No. I don't think I'm talking to creation at all. The form, the intent, the way you wear your body. I speak to a creator. I am sure we will have a long conversation once I am done getting you out of that little orb of yours." And Apollon is presently trying to rip something out of Zion's chest. The commoner, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, runs by here. Sees Bardic, is like, oh! Has his knife out and charges Bardic, and Bardic is like, oh, you fucking kidding me. Zion, it is your turn. You are prone. You're in an anti-magic field. You're getting the shit beaten out of you. Roll me an insight. Actually, no. Roll me an investigate. Okay.
Let's go. Let's go.
Zion is like in like a flashback mode of the last 6 seconds of what the fuck just happened to it. And it notes something. It looks like Apollon literally slammed his hands together so fast that he caused like a sonic distortion. He also seems to be studying your pinpoints extremely well and he hits like a fucking truck. This is, technically speaking, not impossible under physical laws. He's just preternaturally strong and intelligent. So if he has magical powers, he's not using them. And unlike other vampires you've noted, he doesn't seem to be reliant upon his foes having blood to manipulate. Because Zion consciously realized it's been charmed. It knows what this feels like earlier from Abroda doing stuff with Tento. So it gets the sense that there are ways to nullify these effects that are non-magical as well. For example, your head case is now like improperly secured because of the Sonic Blast, but if you could re-tighten it, you would become immune to his slowing ability. That might help you if you manage to survive. You're presently prone and slowed. What do you want to do?
I will stand.
Alright, so that's half your movement. Despite the name, slow actually doesn't seem to do anything to your movement, so don't worry about that.
Huh. And so I can use my action to try to get rid of the slow?
Yeah, if you basically try and tinker his tool your own head, you could cure the condition and become immune to his slowing effects and any other sonic ability you might try and use that tries to do a similar thing.
Alright, I'll try
But
it.
remember, if you cure it successfully, you'll free up your bonus action.
Cool. Tinker's tools.
Yeah, Zion
shit.
grabs its own head, tries to readjust it. Oh gosh, do you have... Hello, welcome raiders, lollygaggers, Milazar. Do you have anything you want to use here, Zion?
Plasma Gene is technically not magic.
It's technically not magic.
But
That's just being
It's a
really smart.
reaction, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, right. So could you?
Yeah, it's a reaction.
So does that mean you can't trigger it on yourself?
Nope.
Oh gosh.
No, it means he doesn't have a Kai doesn't have a
Yeah.
reaction right now.
Oh shit, you're
It's
right.
slowed.
Oh fuck. Yeah, you tried. You can't win with your head. Hey, lollygaggers, how you doing? Welcome. We're playing a little D&D here tonight. We're gonna end out soon because I have to be somewhere at 7 a.m. tomorrow. But they have entered into the palace, the golden palace of a vampire who styles himself a god, a Pelon, who is presently trying to rip open their Warforged chest to get at the soul to like Horatio, how I knew thee it. So that's your action. You're out of... The real question here is, where does Zion stand?
Right here.
Alright? Pelon
I'll
says...
have the machine come up and
Yeah, flank.
yeah.
It tries to grab at a Pelon, and Pelon sort of twists and is engaged by both and says, "Ha! You're clever. And resilient. You yet stand. We shall see what I make of that shell of yours when I am done. Your companion as impertinently has tried to assassinate me while I was mid-monologue. But perhaps you and I will have a longer conversation." So, that's Zion's turn? Bardiga's turn. Bardiga's like, "Oh my god, you idiot." And he whips out his dagger and just tries to pommel bash the commoner non-lethally. And does all 4 of his HP. He's like, "Oh!" And he says, Pelon says, "Good help is so hard to find these days." And Bardiga says, "Oh, don't worry. You're gonna have a hard time looking when I shoot your fucking eyes out. Oh my god, I hate this ego-tripping bullshit." He, changes over to his bow, but, he's not really using the multi. And he says, "Lonnie, can I look right at this? Fuck, what's happening?" Having forgotten that Lonnie can't speak common right now.
Do I know if it's like a perpetual thing, or like does
You
he
remember
actually?
Abroda's was.
But I mean, like wait, he's charmed, right? Bardiga's charmed.
Bardiga hasn't looked at it. Bardiga got into this cubby and didn't look at Apelon. And is just not.
So do I know if it's like as soon as he looks at him, or was it like a one-time trigger based on the Brotas?
Based on the Brotas, you think it's as soon as someone sees him.
Lonnie will shake her head because Lumi's there.
He looks and he's like, fuck, and he knocks some arrows. Gabancho, it's your turn.
Is the radiation symbol meant to be for the
Charm.
wheels?
Yeah.
So Twisted Fate, you said I passed.
The charm?
Yeah.
Oh,
17.
right. I'll remove that.
Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna spend my action casting Longstrider on myself, which gives me a +10 movement speed. This is my first turn in combat, so I have another +10 in movement speed. So my base movement right now is 50.
Of dirt.
All right, so
That's all it takes.
30 movement here.
and you can remember you can cut the corner if you like, unless you're trying to run straight across.
Another 10 movement here.
All right, you dart into a
Let's
side
see.
chamber. You see there's salon chairs and cushions and signs of people idle debauchery and party palace things.
All right. But not in here.
No.
And my last 10 feet movement, that's 50 here.
Hmm?
I cannot cast a second spell, so I think that's my turn.
All right, Tento, it is your turn. To reminder, you are at disadvantage to attack this guy right now.
I'm gonna assume that my dagger doesn't work in here.
Well, you look at your magic weapon, and it still seems to be glowing.
Oh, amazing. Alright. That's gonna be me stabbing at him. 24?
All right. And is any of that radiant?
The dagger is radiant, yes.
Oh, right, it's all radiant. Right.
I'm assuming that hits.
Yeah. So.
And then I get sneak attack.
Yes.
Do I still get sneak attack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a friendly within 5 feet of it.
Mm-hmm. $29.
Good sneak rolls there.
Yeah.
All right. You notice that the dagger does a little less damage than you were expecting, but it doesn't impact the sneak attack damage.
Cool.
So Apelon is taken now, and I'll put the health bar on him. Sorry that isn't there already.
That's fine.
But always for everyone. He has taken 27 damage, and the cut does seem to deal extra damage to him, or it's going to, but he uses a reaction, and it's suddenly like he isn't vulnerable to radiant for an instant.
Mm.
And he says, "I see you have brought the light of the stars, stolen by the Fae. I will have you know, I'm not too bothered by the sun."
The sun never bothered me anyways.
So Tento, is that your go?
Am I allowed to climb into the machine of no name?
It's explicitly been
You know
built.
how?
It's explicitly been built as a mecha.
Can I get in it?
I mean, I think Zion has tested this with you, hasn't it? I think so.
Oh, I'm asking if I can now.
Half movement to mount. Unless Kaya, you remember anything else?
Nope.
I
Yeah.
have 10 feet of movement left.
Yeah. Bear
Is
in
that
mind, any weapon that is in your hand and not its is not going to be able to get outside. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I can't like.
You're going to be in the mecha pilot seat, but you want a mecha pilot?
Yeah.
You hop up into the machine of no name, pop the hatch, climb in. You have to lay down in it, like you're in the old race car or whatever.
Yeah.
But or hang gliding. But you're in there in the machine of no name. You look out through the glass port. You're seeing a Pelon, and Pelon says, "Ah, I see a shield on legs."
Bring it.
Quite the weapon. We'll have to mass manufacture it for my legion. All right, Tento. You've done your attack. You moved here. Make another. Actually,
Oh.
Zion also make another con save at the end of your turn. So Zion make another con save. You make another con save. Tento now
Oh
to
gosh.
see if you shrug off the slow.
Oh.
Zion just does shrug off the slow. Lonnie, it's your turn.
Do I know if my spores count as magical?
If you're what?
The spores, if they count as like a spell?
From the staff.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You think that the further they have to travel through the anti-magic field, the greater the odds of them being nullified are. 15 to 20 feet,
Okay.
where Tento is, it might not work.
5. Oh, no, go together, please. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Lonnie wants to use the spores on Zion.
Alright, roll. Okay, so only 4 of the temp HP reaches Zion as you see the spores sort of burst into flames on the way.
Okay. And, Lonnie's gonna try to have Lumi, like, dig at the circle. Like, actually, what material does it look to be made out of?
This whole place looks gold-plated, maybe gilded, you don't know what's underneath.
Oh, okay.
Make a claw attack.
Wait, I'm trying to see if I have anything better. I don't think. Would bludgeoning be better? Bludgeoning would probably be better, right? Oh, but magic. Yeah, no, she'll have Lumi do it. No, don't mark Lumi like that. Claw attack. Oh my gosh. Come on. Claw. Does she have pack tactics on this?
She does. Something interesting happens. She brings out her claws, she bashes at it, and blue fire juts, and then her claws glow red, and she bashes at it, and there's sparks of magic energy fly up in your and her face. Both of you make a dex save. Yeah, you're unharmed by it. And Apollon says, "Wait, your beast can endure this." Ah, I see. So I am here to be heralded in my re-entry to the world, appropriately, by a herald of the gods. Come, mark well what I do to your companions, gnome. You shall sing of it one day soon. And with that, he looks like he is about to take 2 metal suits straight to Pound Town as we cut to feedback phase.
Just a quick question. Did it seem like it did anything?
Yeah. It does seem like there's like a little bit of a rip or tear at the edge of it, and there's like a blue
Okay.
magical sparking that's now like semi-visible. And
I have a healing window. Let's go. Pew pew. Okay, that's all I want to
yeah.
know.
Yeah, so gosh, yeah, the light show here. Boncho does have a long strider.
Alright, I'm typing that in,
Yeah, so
for next time.
feedback phase, starting with Kai, who I unfortunately opened a very big can of Opass on at the beginning of this session.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
How did you feel about the session?
It was fun. I enjoy getting pounded on. Yeah.
As you do.
Yep. Yeah. So I look forward to seeing how I die.
You're not gonna die. He doesn't want to kill you.
Nah, it's fine.
You just want your life essence.
Yeah, it was a nice nice RP going on today, and yeah, interesting story as always. That's it from me.
All right, Shin.
I also thought it was a good session. I'm glad that we got at least one round of combat in for this. I'm glad the dices were in our favor in our previous one to keep it short.
Mhm.
I'm interested in how, because like we've been kind of being hot and cold with authorities,
Mhm.
but at least this time we're like in a good footing with authorities so far, and hopefully that pays dividends sometime later, and we don't desecrate this place while trying to consecrate it.
Mhm.
Right, Tento?
It's already desecrated. I don't know how much more you can do.
I don't know. Tento's gone through a lot of things, and he's taken a lot of things.
I took one thing.
I would not put it past him, or
Alright.
you know, most of us with collateral damage. But anyways, I'm excited to see the rest of this dungeon ? And hopefully, people don't die while I look around, looking for an off switch.
Certainly.
If you can't find one, make one.
I said just ooga dooga it, man.
All
Monkey
right.
brain it.
So is it Darren time?
Yep, that's my 2 cents.
Darren time.
Oh man, yeah, that was a fun session. Lots of fun RPing. I'm glad we ended on this fight, and we sort of got a gauge of how beefy this man is. He's very beefy, and maybe this might not have been the best fight, but I like it. Might not put myself in the best position, but it's okay. Because now I'm in a mech and I'm ready to roll.
Yeah. All right. So with that, I think we go to Lonnie. I mean, we go to Casey, but you know, same difference. Do I do character or person names for this? I can't remember. Anyway, Casey.
I think you do person's names for this.
Yeah, it was fun. It's fun seeing a big bad that like, oh no, you actually do damage. And especially to like someone like Zion. Appreciate you not just immediately killing Tento outright, because I think Tento would have died.
I would have definitely. How much damage was that?
You'd
Jeez.
be on the ground at least.
I would be downed. Yes. Oh wait, this person did 48 damage. Yeah, no, I would be downed.
But yeah, I'm interested in the Zion lore drop, and it's kind of nice having like allies for once, and we're sure that they're allies. And it's also fun just playing it up and just being a helpless civilian to get them to be our allies.
We'll protect you.
But yeah, I do think that the one round was a good call. Because yeah, just lots of stuff for us to think about for next time, and it's very exciting.
Yeah. All right. So it is time for me to send us all off. Thank you all for joining us. Does the link spot work again? No, I guess I have to go kick it. Thank you. You could find the About section, Discord, and everything. Leave feedback and come out for other games. Happy 2023, everyone. I have to be somewhere very early in the morning. My work is not yet done. So I am going to raid us out. But thank you, everyone who came. So I'm just trying to pull up. All right, Mad Bird Streams. Just say hi to Mad Bird Streams. And until next time, dreamers.
Until next time. Yeah.
You're gonna get us canceled.
Great.
I'm pumping the shot. And boom. All right.